interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Oh, beloved dub-dub, Ricky-ticky-tappy, bitch! And that's the way the news goes. Hit the sack, Jack. Uh-oh, somersault, jump. AIDS! And that's why I always say, shum-shum, slippity-dop. Grass tastes bad. No jumping in the sewer. Burger time, rubber baby bunny bunkers. Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah, say that all the time.
Woo! Alrighty, we're getting the Wednesday show going. It's 11:47 p.m. We're in the last 10 minutes officially of today. So I still did my due diligence to bring you a Wednesday night show. How y'all doing? I see some motherfucker Starvision is watching. Well, I'm glad your starry gaze is upon me tonight. We've got a very special show for you tonight. Well, not really. We're going to see if we can harass some people on the phone. We're going to open up the phone lines there in just a minute if you are interested, Starvision. But we haven't had a call in yet. So we're going to try and get our first one tonight there. We're going to open up. I'm going to take a few puffs of this joint, play this track from Herbal Tea. It's called Coming Out Swinging from the album Lo-Fi Blow Dry. But I need a fucking puff of this weed. I have not had a puff of weed in like 25 minutes. That's fucking unacceptable. But I'll go ahead and type in the number if you want to call. We'll open up the lines for you.
Yo, the wheel of fortune keeps spinning. I'm hoping to pay back with Pat Sajak and I'm winning. And I don't need to buy vows. Dance floor covered in sweat. We're gonna need some dry towels.
Fuck yeah.
Reminiscent of a laxative. My tracks will give you vows. A cleansing enema.
Who's watched the El Camino movie yet for Breaking Bad? That's a badass movie. Oh, fuck yeah. Shit vice. Fucking procrastinated like crazy today. God damn it, we're supposed to be doing this at 8 p.m. It's 11:48 p.m. General Mountain Time here in Ottawa, Ontario. This particular album's a few years old, still very fresh. Woo. Oh fuck, is my tablet dead here? I think my tablet might be dead. Look at that cocksucker. Interesting week here in Canada. We had the elections. Very disappointing. I am now 100% convinced here on 100% Canadian Maple Syrup that the elections were fucking totally rigged by Justin T. Trudeau. That fucking dick licker.
Yo, the beat hits you in your head till you need a sediment of an aspirin. Never was shit, so I've never been a has-been. Maybe one
Herbal Tea on the beats.
I've got shit people would kill for. Love and happiness are better than having your name on a billboard. And even though I've been working for years and I'm still
some of that skunky mystery weed tonight. Part of the reason I'm a little bit late to the party, I had to go get some herbaliciousness.
Yes, you just heard a cuss word. Oh shit, shit's gone terribly wrong. So let that Pearl Jam Jeremy song, kid. I'm coming out swinging.
Woo! Get the show started in a minute here.
Coming out swinging.
Woo! Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you may be watching this, I hope you're smoking some fine cron.
This album is dedicated to my family. That's Max and Manny. I love y'all.
Woo! Getting fucking stoned tonight. All right, so we'll go ahead and open up the phone lines there in a moment. 902. Oh, fuck, I'm not even typing here, boys. Here, we'll close that. This song's called Liquor Bottle by the same artist. We won't let it play through, though. I'm going to get down to the show here. 613. I love this fucking song, though.
But sometimes I need to think. I'm not an alcoholic, but sometimes I need to drink. And the drinking and the thinking seem to
open it up by sound of X-Cat.
on my mind. That's the way I know the ended in my brain holds terabytes. But a small fraction of those memories of
And the phone lines are open. All right, the phone lines are open. You too can call in at 613-902-5506. We are in the final 10 moments, give or take, depending on your clock's accuracy, of the night. So technically, it's still a Wednesday show. We thank you for joining us here on the show tonight. Had a bit of a long intro, but I need to get a little bit of a buzz on here. Not rocking a lot of weed tonight. We got like 2 grams. That's not a lot for someone like me, but it smells beautiful, like a skunk's anus. So I haven't had that skunky, fine, smoothie, smoky stuff in a long time. It's been a long time. I get some mango smelling tropical shit. I'll get some like blueberry smelling shit, but it's been a long time since I smelled something like, whoa, that smells like a skunk's farts. God damn. So a lot's happened since our last live show. Last broadcast we had was 4 incredible hours. One of those we had our call-in host. Yeah, yeesh, I know, it was fucking crazy. But what can I say? Sometimes I get lost in translation or lost in masturbation. Is someone on the phone line? What the fuck? Hello? Fucking getting spooky from this fucking kabuki here, guys. Jesus Christ. Not bukkake, kabuki. Anyway, I don't know what kabuki is. I believe it's like Kahlua, but stronger. Anyway, no, I totally made that up. So what's going on? We've seen fucking, has everyone heard about Joe Rogan Experience? Edward Snowden has made an appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. I can't wait to watch the full thing. I just spent the last like half an hour fucking watching a little bit while I had some coffee and shit. Still drinking the coffee here. Oh, international light stolen from the local convenience store. Never been finer, lads. So what are all you doing out there tonight? We'd like to know where you're watching from, whether it's the United States of America, the great nation of Canada. Maybe you're stuck in China, that fucking unfortunate hellhole. Maybe you're a resident of Hong Kong and you'd like to call in and let us know. You just won't be free. You just won't be free. Now, I'm a big watcher of, or I used to be a big watcher of most of RT's fine television programming. Now there's only one show I can really stomach. And that's World According to Jesse, with former Governor Jesse Ventura. And he also used to have a show called Conspiracy Theories with Jesse Ventura. Oh, I fucking loved that show growing up. So anyway, I swear to God, I can hear some interference here going on. If you are the CIA interfering with my phone, just call in instead. Much easier. Anyway, where was I? God damn it. Well, there you go. There you have it. That's how a thought gets lost. God damn, really, that easily. But yeah, anyway, it's been a kind of a fucking shitty fucking week for us here in Canada. We're stuck now with Justin Trudeau again, and I'm convinced that the vote is a fucking fraud. out of everyone I've spoke to, I haven't found one single fucking person that likes Justin Trudeau, let alone would vote for him, even versus conservative government like Andrew Scheer. It doesn't make any sense to me why the fuck he fucking won again. Doesn't make any sense. Oh no, they lost a few seats and stuff. Yeah. Listen, as much as I don't like the Conservative Party, I would believe more that they would win over that fucking idiot, especially after everything this year, the NC Lavalin affair, the fucking OC Transpo crash in January that claimed 15 lives and fucking paralyzed 15 people. All right, what else? The blackface scandal, the contribution, the first act he had was contributing to the Yemen genocide in 2014, his very first act as prime minister, to go along with Stephen Harper's already made deal, saying we have to follow through on our business arrangements. So I don't see how, especially now. Lastly, the blackface thing. How the fuck did he fucking survive that? Well, I'll give you this. A lot of people have been saying, a lot of like more like older white folks have been saying, oh, it's not really that big a deal. And like, to be honest, the thing I try to say is make the comparison of that to the other shit he's been doing. We're fighting climate change while building a 40-year-long fucking pipeline. This fucking crooked piece of shit. So I won't be surprised if there's riots or something, or if we hear more of this seceding talk. And I hear a lot of seceding talk again from mostly older people, or like maybe cut off people about. Now I'm not even saying Quebec. People are telling me Alberta might try to leave Canada. Now Quebec is a different story. They have a high population, a lot of dedicated people. Most of them don't really, as far as I've talked to, I've only talked to one person who wants to separate, and he gave me a few good reasons. And I don't think that they should separate, but I'm just saying he gave a few good legitimate reasons to think about. But Alberta, if any educated person who pays attention to politics, especially in the last 20 years and the fights that have happened over oil, if any person considers themselves sane and logical thinking, and they think that the Canadian Armed Forces, or let alone the American Armed Forces, are going to let Alberta secede, they're fucking smoking too much of that wacky tobacco, my friends. That will never be allowed to happen. I can fucking promise you. And if it was, it'd be some kind of fucking next level fucking Black Ops shit to kill a bunch of motherfuckers that have dissidents. Then they just come and take it over like some kind of Civil War shit, where they set up both sides. In the Second World War, they set up both sides, and the Rothschilds profited off of the fucking war, and then they just gave it to the Americans after pulling the funding from Hitler. They gave it to fucking the Americans, and the Americans crushed these motherfuckers. I'm glad though. German gets kind of annoying after a few minutes. You're like, at first you go out with a German girl, and you know she's got a lot of euros, kroners, whatever the fuck you call them. She buys you dinner and shit. But after a while, man, it's not like a British accent. It doesn't sink in. It's like, holy fuck. Anyway, they're hot though. I'd rather go with a Norwegian babe than a German if I had the choice. But who am I kidding? I've never been out with a German girl. That was totally improvised, folks. Just the kind of hot sauce you'll get here on Coast to Coast with the WootMan on 100% Canadian maple syrup. So what's going on here, folks, tonight? We've got 3 fine motherfuckers watch, 2 fine motherfuckers watching. And we'd like to hear from you. We'd like you to call in and give us a shout. Now I'm going to open up my harassment book and try to harass a few people. Just for the sake of calling them, you know, seeing what's going on. Oh, so something I like to bring up a lot on this show is the oil-based economy. Now, before you go, oh boy, here we go again with the oil-based economy. The thing I like to bring up is, how much is a barrel of oil worth? $300, depending, maybe 150 if the market really drops out. All right. How much is a cup of oil worth, or a cup of gasoline even? A couple bucks, maybe like $10. I don't fucking know. Okay. How much is a teaspoon worth? 10 cents, 20 cents, who knows? Now reverse that. How much is cannabis is now legal? All right. How much is a teaspoon of hash oil worth? Okay, maybe like a gram or two. Okay. How much? There's an actual measurement for a teaspoon, by the way. It's a couple grams, like 25 grams. And if that's true, Jesus fucking Christ. 25 grams, how much is that worth? You're almost at a half a barrel of oil right there. 25 grams of hash. What the fuck? How much is a cup of hash oil worth? Good cup like this. You're talking almost in the thousands now. Couple hundred. 600-700. For a cup like that, that's like a pound of fucking hash. Okay? Hash oil. Now, imagine a barrel of hash oil. Imagine the effort that goes into it, everything included, the process that you need to do it. You can do it with ice, but some people do use chemicals to make hash oil. Okay? How much is a barrel of hash oil versus a barrel of oil? How easy is it to get a barrel of oil? How easy is it to get a barrel of hash oil? There is no comparison. We need to switch our economy from a oil-based economy to a hash oil-based economy and a cannabis-based economy. And I wish I was joking, but this is fucking real shit here, people. This could lift people out of poverty. If we have a fucking grow-up in every single province that guarantees every fucking person who's able-bodied, or, I mean, people in a wheelchair could work in a pot shop. Every able-bodied person guarantees them a job in the cannabis industry, whether it's growing, packaging, distributing, delivering, or fucking working in a storefront or marketing even. Make sure they all get paid a very good livable wage, like 30, 35 an hour. Federal guaranteed jobs program. What the fuck? All right. So here's another thing. Our energy economy is based on oil as well. So think about this. Right now, we've got a bunch of jobs down in Alberta. They want us to secede. They're all pissed off. Quebec wants us to secede. They're the only people that have a hydroelectric dam that are making their own fucking energy. And we want to take, or not we, but Ottawa wants to take most of that fucking revenue. They have a fucking surplus of a couple of billion, and we're fucking sitting over here with a deficit from these fucking idiots, these fucking, I almost said retard, but what's the, anyway, what's the point? These fucking retarded people, there we go, and they're just acting just to fucking fuck us over, all right? They want to fucking take their fucking money. I don't blame them for wanting to fucking talk like that, secede and all this stuff. I'm a person that says eventually, if they keep slapping us in the face with these fake votes, giving us fucking Trudeau again, and I said it. I said before the fucking tally was in, it's going to be Trudeau again. I guarantee it. And halfway through the stream, I thought it was Andrew Scheer. I thought the vote was done because I thought it was done at 9:30. I'm like, oh, fuck, I was wrong again, just like with Trump. Oh, fuck, I'm fucked. We're all fucked. They're going to take away our weed and shit. Anyway, it was a very emotional time for me. And here's my problem that I have with the vote. At no point was I like, oh no, here we go. The NDP is going to win. We're going to have fucking some kind of jobs guarantee. Anyway, back to what I was saying with the jobs guarantee. We have a problem with energy in this fucking country. It costs a lot of money to heat your fucking house. All right. And that's due to a few things, mostly due to the fact the way we fucking heat it, or even if it's an electrical heating system, you get most of your energy from oil. Therefore, the price is very high. Now, what if there were a jobs program, and I'm not talking about wind fucking turbines here. I'm talking about real shit here, to make solar panels, high quality solar panels, and bring enough products so that we can not only satisfy our domestic needs here for energy and for, retail sales for extra shit. Who the fuck knows? I'm not a fucking math magician musician here. All right. Who the fuck knows? What if we fucking make enough to export to, let's say, Mexico? Mexico has a lot of fucking issues. All right. They have fucking a lot. I'm sure those impoverished people could be benefited by a lot of solar panels, cheap fucking electricity that replenishes itself daily. Not only that, we could also build silicon-based graphite-based batteries that if you look up on YouTube, there's a few different products on the market already. These are far superior than any other fucking battery technology on the market. So I don't know why the fuck I have to listen to this shit on Joe Rogan Experience. Oh, I hear Tesla's working on this new and improved battery that's going to hold a bajillion gigawatts, and we'll be able to use the DeLorean finally to travel in 1985. Shut the fuck up already. There's fucking alternatives out there that already exist. Probably a grade 12 science fucking student could tell you this. There's fucking other alternatives out there. And it just makes me fucking sick, the governance of not only this country, not only this hemisphere, but the entire fucking world at this point. As far as the only people that are fucking loud about shit are the Irish and the fucking Scottish. These are the only people like, oh yeah, you want to fucking go, eh? You want to fucking go, eh? All right, come on down here, lads. You see if you want to fucking stuff your foot in my ass. Anyway, that was terrible. I have to probably urinate in a minute. I've been drinking lots of coffee, as you can tell, a little bit of cough syrup, a little bit of fucking DMT bowls in the fucking Jamaican shower. I call it a Norwegian shower when I'm doing the DMT bowls. I just came back from a fucking stroll through different realities. I've never done TNT. I'm lying to you, but I have done Salvia. Holy fuck. I'd like to do that stuff again. I hear all this shit on JRE about fucking DMT. That sounds a little bit much for me. Maybe if I'm like 75 years old, but yeah, I don't think I would fuck with my brain right now. Maybe if I was already slipping into dementia, sitting on the hospital bed, I'm like, give me that DMT, brother. Come here, Rogan. Because at that point, I'll be famous enough to beckon Rogan, or at least have the dementia to delude myself into believing that's real and not just a Black Mirror type thing. Holy fuck, have you guys seen Black Mirror? If you haven't seen Black Mirror, you gotta check it out. I don't know who the fuck might be watching. But if you haven't seen Black Mirror on Netflix, oh, if you like the Twilight Zone, get ready to fucking have that upgraded to the fucking Prone Bone and Zone Dome. Digi Monsters Gone Wrong, baby. Every episode is so fucking complex in the storyline, and it leads you down a fucking corridor, and you think you're going one way, and then all of a sudden it's M. Light Shyamalan. Woo! What a twist! You're in this fucking weird fucking ending, and you're like, I don't even want this fucking cell phone anymore. I want to fucking throw it away. I can't throw it away because, I mean, I'd love to, but I can't. You see what happened to this baby? It's all fucking cracked up. Actually, a friend gave that to me. So, thank God, too, by the way. That's how we have the call-in show. I'm not giving out my personal phone number. Fuck that shit. And if you'd like to call in live, 12:07 a.m. Here in Canada. So take back 3 hours, 12, 11, 10, 9. In LA, it's got to be about 9 p.m. We can get some crusty motherfuckers on here to call me up, tell them about, I would like to hear from a homeless man in LA, or a homeless woman in LA, a person rather. Maybe a non-binary, as they tend to make you say nowadays. I don't fucking say that shit. I have my own opinions on that, but I'm not going to go into it right now because some troll might see this, flag me up, fuck me out of my work tonight. So we're at 22 minutes and 13 seconds of streaming here tonight. I'm going to take a few more puffs. I'm going to fucking probably have a bowl, and I might urinate soon. But if I do urinate, I'll be sure to play you a fresh original track from one of our fine artists that I have permission to play from, because I'm just that fine, baby. And I did a compilation with this particular artist's brother that was just playing a few minutes ago. And that's actually real. I'm not lying about that. But so did like 500 other people in a compilation where Wax, a.k.a. Michael Jones, or vice versa rather, gave the opportunity for his fans to call in and be part of a song on the upcoming album, BAAA. Check that out. There is dots to separate that. B.A.A.A. Anyway, what the fuck? I'll leave that in the description at the end of the show. But just to clarify, yeah, check that shit out on YouTube. It's totally free to stream. You can stream it a million times if you want. You want to take it with you? Maybe you toss Wax $10 to pick up his album. Michael Jones is one of the fucking most talented people I have ever fucking been privileged enough to have grace my eardrums with his fucking, I wouldn't say his voice, but just his way of doing hip hop, his way of doing a fusion of hip hop and rock and roll. It's fucked. You got to see it to believe it. It's incredible. It's life changing, and it'll probably bring a tear to your eye. Some of the songs, specifically, "You're Not Good Enough." That's one that'll make you cry. One of his big #1 hits is very popular in Germany, but it also hit the charts and the airwaves here in Canada and LA. Was Rosanna? You might know. Sweet Rosanna, freaky little mama, she be trying to fuck all day. Now we just got fucking flagged as inappropriate content, and I will be losing out on 36 cents from the 300 people that might view this. Did someone just try calling here on that? Oh, we just got a fucking text message, a notification for text now. We might have had some creepy. Oh, did someone just call? I'm going to go ahead and urinate. If you just call, I'm going to call you back, so I hope you're ready. It might actually be someone else trying to use this line, but I'll be right back in 30 seconds. And if you're a creepy motherfucker, I can't wait to hear it. We might have our first caller here live on Coast to Coast with the WootMan on 100% Canadian maple syrup. I'm going to take a brief 45-second restroom break and play you a fresh, hot, fine, not royalty-free, but able to play track from Herbal Tea. Hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah, baby. This is Herbal Tea, John Webster at the Chicken Shack. Please enjoy. I'll be right back. with more Coast to Coast Chat.
Yo, I work a 9 to 5, it's my mind is fine, that's why Friday night comes, I've been trying to vibe, go to the whiskey dinner for my brain, it keeps, it's me playing the bass and Rage playing the keeps, I'm on through with the 30 factor, I crack my mind like Bernie Mac, Rage, cause it's just the ass dirty black, fender roll keyboard, drink the keyboard, he trying to figure out the chord and record, so how about this one? Or maybe about this one. I don't know, man, they both sound nice. Do me a favor, grab a glass of some ice. Whiskey, ginger ale, maybe Sprite. We can do this shit till we get the shit right. Hell yeah, I got an idea, man. Listen, after the hook, we're gonna do a transition like. Call up my man Praise on a Saturday night. Hey, yo, Praise, how you doing? I got my shit packed and I'm ready to roll out. No doubt, I'm headed out to the place where we chase around, boy, out with teammates and do it like free base, with bread, free race, back on the track until we'll see. And I'm back in the shack. I got my man Praise on the instruments and the way you do it is in the with some dance. And we can doing this shit since back in the day. Hold on, full of bangs and just think back when the music's in your soul and you gotta release it. Stress takes hold and you gotta decrease it. And it's something really real, something you can really feel. Hey, yo, Praise, dog, show these motherfuckers the deal.
Herbal Tea, check them out. This is Lo-Fi Blow Dry. Oh, Lo-Fi. Here we go. Just look at the album art. Oh, you can't see it from here. Far too furry. Far too furry. I'll put it up in a minute. About 30 seconds left of this track here, give or take. Fucking flies trying to drink out of my cup and shit. Jesus. I can't wait for winter to roll out. Alright, we're about to give this mysterious number a call back after this track finishes playing out. John Webster at the Chicken Shack by Herbal Tea, and there's a feat. I'll read that as well. Oh no, I must have confused John Webster for a compilation title. Alright, well there we are. That was John Webster at the Chicken Shack from Lo-Fi Blow Dry, an album from a few years previous, not too old, but still very fresh on the eardrums. I'm going to go ahead and invite our caller, if that was a caller for the show, to call back. I've noticed this number. I thought I exchanged it, but it might actually be a number that belonged before to the previous owner. So, I don't know. And you blow my nose here. Oh, my apologies, but hey, electric heating, kind of fucks with your nose a little bit. So, no, my apologies. Right before we call that number back, I'm going to pack a little bowl of the Hanji Ganj Ganj. This particular strain is called Gorilla Glue. But I'm not telling you which retailer I got it from, because I haven't received a response for my sponsorship request. So until I get that, but I will tell you, this particular strain or brand of Gorilla Glue is usually pretty good. This is the third time I've ordered it. Oh, so fucking good. Oh no, this isn't the Gorilla Glue. I'm confused because I put it in the Gorilla Glue container. This is actually some random skunk weed that I got from my mom, but holy fuck, is it ever good. Because I just smelled it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That smells like Pepe Le Pew's fucking fart bag. Fucking, oh my. We'll grab a little bowl here, a little tenner bowl. A little 0.10 bowl, just like a fucking, some junkie downtown. That's probably like a 0.6 or some shit. I'm too lazy to even scale it right now. It's not that big. So we'll see who the fuck is calling this number. Like I said, I got this phone from my friend Nathan. He just gave it to me. You know, he didn't want it anymore. It's all cracked up and shit. So he got something fresher. And he gave it to me. So we're going to see. Maybe that's going to be some freaky person. But hey, all the better for the show. Am I right? We're 30 minutes into the show. If you're enjoying it, I see there's 3 viewers. I'm going to ask you to smack that like button. Please, please. Or smack that dislike button. Anything helps the algorithm. And be sure to let us know if you want to chat in. I've been doing a type chat with people where I can read your message. I read it to the viewers, and then I fucking say something back. Maybe I'll say, go fuck yourself. Maybe I'll say, come suck myself. But you're guaranteed to not like what I say. That's why we call it stir up. Maple stir up. You understand? I'm trying to get people pissed off. No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to chat with anybody about anything. If you don't believe in global warming, you can go ahead and call me up. You know, I don't think global warming is the hugest issue with the oil industry. I'd say the biggest one is economic, but or no, the biggest one's probably pollution of the water, the drinking water, the fucking air. I see a bunch of cars driving on the road, and I'm smelling like fucking diesel fumes and all this shit. I'm like, man, I'm sure that's good for my fucking health. So we're gonna go and call whoever the fuck this is. It could be. It looks like a weird number, so I'm expecting some goblin or ghoul to. But this is live stream, so that makes me safe, right? Don't worry, folks. If anybody comes at me in my humble residence, that's got to stay connected. Then I'm actually quite prepared. People need to know when a motherfucker's packing, I'm stacking. Armed to the teeth here, folks. If anybody tries to fuck with me, they're gonna fucking see. I ain't nothing but a real OG. No, this is a prop gun. I made it. It's a Dollarama gun that I've painted with Dollarama paint, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually, shameless plug, I'm actually an independent filmmaker, as you might see on my bio there. So this is a prop I've created for less than $3, I believe. Probably even less than that. But basically, I just took the end off of a cap gun, which it's on there for a reason, because it shoots out sparks. So I figured that out, and it's pretty good for making films and shit. Anyway, enough of that. I just don't have any caps. I demo it. I have no problem doing that. But, oh shit, I'm farting up a storm here, guys. Sorry about that. That might have been, oh shit. Sorry about that, folks. All right, here we go. We might have our first live caller here on 100% Canadian maple syrup, coast to coast, live with the WootMan. Here we go. I'm scared, folks. And if this is you, please adjust your set so we don't get an echo. Well, I guess that's that, folks. It's probably the CIA tracking my location. Well, I'm going to give you an invite, 1-702-301-67, and I won't release the last 2 numbers for privacy reasons. You know who you are. Please give us a call back. But there's under 2 numbers, so if that wasn't your phone number, I'm going to hang that up now so we're not bothering anyone. God damn it, hang up. Anyway. Oh, well. So, yeah, you know who you are. If you'd like to call back. Sorry about that there. I need to turn on the volume, I guess. Fuck. I think I turned it off. I was getting a bunch of notifications when I wasn't using the damn thing. So my apologies. That's very unprofessional. And we might have just fucking changed the course of history by not that could have been a Marilyn Manson crazy person. And I would have had to send them a t-shirt, because that's my vow to you, the viewers at home. If you call in, you'll be the first caller in, and you will get a custom-made t-shirt. You can choose whatever graphic you want, and we will stick the logo somewhere, probably on the shirt. But it'll also say on the back, first caller to Coast Live, or even 100% Canadian maple syrup. We've been asking for callers since we started about 4 months ago. We haven't been doing this show for 4 months. I've been doing this about 2 weeks now. And it's turning out good. It's turning out good. I think I've done it a couple more times than that, but just randomly. There was the election, the post-debate, so I think we've done a total of 4 or 5 broadcasts. Anyway, I'm not doing 4 hours tonight. Fuck that shit. But we are going to try and get a hold of a few people. I might even harass James and see what he's up to. We might get yelled at. I might get blocked. But I'm going to do it for you guys because I think that's the best thing we could probably do right at this point. I mean, I could try calling Robert Dobby. That might be interesting. You know what? Let's try calling Robert. We had James on last time. We're going to call my fucking cousin right now. He's probably sleeping. He's a working man. But hey, give him a shout. If I'm not mistaken, his phone's a little fucky, so this might be a waste of time. But we'll do it. 12:28 a.m. here in Canada. So most people who are reasonable people and not night creatures like myself and yourself, apparently, there's 3 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people watching, and I invite you to subscribe. We've got weekly podcasts. I do political segments. I've only done one, so I can only say segment so far. But I got 111 views. My highest ranked video so far. So thank you. I've had a pretty steady audience for the past couple of weeks of like 30, 40 views a video as we've grown in subscribers. But yeah, we just want to keep this growing. So maybe even eventually we could have a line with 2 lines where you guys can call in and argue with each other. We could have a flat earther arguing with a fucking cone earther, and they could fucking argue it out, and then they'll give each other their fucking addresses, and then we'll be in for some lawsuits. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? If I'm right, smack that like button. If not, smack it anyways. It's better to sit on one of these when you're bored than sit on one of these. You know what I'm saying, ladies? No, I'm just kidding. And guys, too. Try it out. Blah! Oh, we've got something creepy going on. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, who's this? You're live on the air with the WootMan.
Hello?
Hi, is this someone calling in for the show, or is this?
Dude.
Hey, is this someone calling in for the show? Sorry about that.
Dude, I called in to tell you that you got a shitty ass taste in music, bro.
I got a shitty ass taste in music.
Your music taste is fucking dog shit, dude.
Well, what would you like? What would you suggest I listen to?
Some rock, bro, or like some fucking heavy metal or some shit.
You know what? I'll tell you the truth, man. I agree with you 100%. I wouldn't say it's shitty, but I like rock music much better. This is just a couple of independent artists that I'm allowed to play on the air.
Listen to nigger music, dude.
Oh, don't be saying that on the air. Jeez, why would you say that? Are you black? Whatever.
I'm not black, yeah, I'm a nigger, dude. I can say nigger all I want.
Well, I'll tell you about this, man. Saying that can get you knocked out in certain places, but it's just rude and it doesn't accomplish anything. So I don't know why you'd say it.
Nah, dude, I carry a gun, dude.
So where are you calling from? You carry a gun? Where are you calling from?
Chicago, dude.
Chicago. That's cool. I don't blame you, man. Chicago can be a rough place. Hey, I'm not a racist. I don't approve of any terms and stuff. I don't want to fucking offend anybody.
You gotta tell them how it is. You gotta call them niggers.
Why would you use that kind of term? Do you believe that you're like better than African Americans, or?
Dude, everyone is, dude.
So you think that every race is superior? You think, is that what your belief system is?
Yeah, dude.
Where do you get that belief system? Did your parents and stuff grow up in these factions and stuff, or? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Christ, dude.
What's that? Did you have anything to tell me here, or did you just want to say the N-word and try to make my show into a circus? Did you have anything to say? Do you want to tell me about your?
I wanted to.
All
I
right.
can't hear you on the phone. I could only hear you on your stream, but I mean, you can take your other call.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, you know, sometimes we have interesting people calling in, but that's all good. I would like to talk to somebody who's so far right they've been blinded by their own hatred. But you know, when people are just calling in to be a circus oddity, that's not what this show's for. Hey, if you want to do it, that's fine. I can go back and bleep your little N-word. That's all good. And I only do that because it's just disgusting to use that language when you're saying, "Oh, I carry a firearm. I live in Chicago." So you know, it's silliness, and I won't have it on my show. Is this the guy calling back? Hi there, you're live on the air with the WootMan. Who's this? right. Well, I guess that's I think I should have learned from other fucking shows. You got to be careful when you do this because you can get some fucking retards calling in. Yes, I said retards. You guys are retards. Is this who I have watching the stream? A bunch. Are you guys trolling or are you actually racist? It's fine to troll. It's fine. You're not gonna fuck me over. But I'm just gonna have to remove that shit from my stream. That's all. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think I've learned a lesson though. I've got to talk to some people before I let them on the fucking air. But thank you for teaching me that lesson because you never know. Someone could call in and be like, "How should it be?" And fucking, you never know. You never know what people could say. But that's why America and to a lesser extent Canada, we have free speech here, and that's why you can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't endorse anybody using violence and violent terms, cowardly little terms, to try and scare people, to try and troll their shows. You should be calling up and being like, yeah, your music sucks, man. You're a bitch. That's totally fine. That's the kind of shit that I want to have. That's the kind of discussions I want to have. But when you start saying racist, slanderous, disgusting things, things that this free nation and our brothers to the south also stand for, is fucking freedom, the ability to not judge someone by their heritage, their skin color, but by their actions. And judged on your actions, you're either a small child who shouldn't be up this late, you should be sleeping so you can get some sleep for your exams, so you can work at the quickie store when they ask you for your high school diploma. I don't have a diploma, by the way. You should be sleeping, or you're going to end up like me, hosting a late night zoo with a bunch of fucking trolls calling, but that's all good. You know what? We get them sponsorship dollars either way. We do not give a fuck. And this broadcast, I have to tell you, I'm going to get a little product over here. I'm going to get a product from the, here it is. I want you guys to see this. This broadcast is brought to you by my cock. It's very nice. And is this the fucking guy calling out again? Hold on, folks. Hello, you're live on the air with the WootMan. What do you have to say? Hi there, you're live on the air with the WootMan. What's going on? Not too much. How are you doing, buddy? You gonna scream the N-word, or what are you calling up for? What do you want to discuss here? Because I don't want to endorse people. Hey, even if I were racist, Colin, I don't want to just What's that? Go ahead. Sorry. Fuck no, man. I just had 3 people calling in screaming the N-word, though. So, we're trying to keep it under control. Absolutely not. No. All right. Well, hey, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, kill niggers.
All right. So we're going to shut that down. But that was kind of funny. I like the fucking, the boop, boop. That part was sick. You just got to change your trolling tactics a little bit because, sure, I got to do a little bit of work and edit that shit out, but it's all good. Yeah, I know. I don't even know. I've got like 17 sets of numbers coming at me. I'm trying to fucking see if they're different numbers. I guess that's, we got to block that number. So, yeah, you're right, though. That shouldn't be on this fucking show at all. That's fucked. I apologize to anybody, and no, I'm not a fucking racist. If you want to use the N-word in the privacy of your own home when you're making your dumb little rap videos, do whatever you do. But anyway, it's all good. Block number. There we go. Woo! Hey, man, though, you should carry a gun in certain states. I don't think that we should be selling automatic weapons to fucking people who fucking are crazy and shit, who have domestic violence and shit. But hey, I don't think we should take automatic weapons either in the United States, man. I'd like to have them here. It'd be nice to protect yourself. There's a lot of fucking instances of cops killing people. When have you ever heard of a cop saving anyone? We got an unknown number, and I think it's going to be that same guy. So you already know I would invite you to call in too, but here, we're going to try and take this call. I'm screening it first. Hi there, you're on the air with the WootMan. What do you have to say for yourself here tonight? You're not on the air, dumbass. No, you're not on the air, stupid. Are you retarded, or do you just like fucking smoking crack? What is your issue? What is your issue? Hey, let me ask you this. What's your issue? Why are you calling in to say racist things? Did your daddy fuck you in the bum when you were young? Did your dad sexually molest you? Answer the question. Listen, you pathetic worm. You're gonna call up my show and scream the N-word? I'm gonna say the truth. Did you come from a loving family, or did your father abuse you? Tell me the truth. Are you a product of a broken home? What do you have to say for yourself, you pathetic coward? Huh? You got something to say for yourself? Oh yeah, you're gonna call up a late night show and say the N-word and kill N-words? Not on my show, you pathetic coward! Say something! Oh, you have a divine intellect, eh? You're nothing but a fucking product of a broken nation, a broken system. And you know what? You might think I hate you, but you're the exact kind of person I'm trying to help, man. You're so blinded by your own hatred, your most fucking darkest fucking feelings. Let in the love, bro. Let in the love, but don't call my show with your retardation. Hey, if you want to talk about why you think maybe immigration should be scaled back, that's fine. But don't call my show and try to fucking sabotage me with your racist, pathetic, fucking wormy little ideas, you pathetic fucking worm. And I'm going to be forwarding your address to the FBI just to let you know, you dumb fuck. No one can hear you. No one can hear you, you fucking idiot. Keep going. So you're saying you were abused, right? You're babbling mommy. Yo, everybody, I want you to hear this. This is who we have calling in, folks. Mommy. You're not on the air anymore, dummy. All right, have a good night, eh? Hello, you're live on the air, coast to coast with the WootMan. What kind of shit do you want to say tonight? I'll give you this, buddy. You're a good troller. I'm gonna forward your number to the police station because you're saying racist. I'm going to do that as a citizen. I'm going to give your number to the police department, and they're going to track your IP. How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about that? Are you scared? You should be, because I'm letting the police know what kind of shit you're saying on the fucking air. You can't say kill anybody. That's against the law in Canada. You might be extradited. How do you feel about that, you fucking retard? So, I'm going to invite everybody to give the number 1-589-432-3432 a call, because they think they can call up and say, kill N-words on my show. So that's fine. But this was a zoo here tonight, folks. It's funny, but it's not that funny to say N-word. It's not that funny, man. It's funny to call up and troll. Fucking racist. They're fucking pathetic, man. Anyway, we're going to shut that down for now. You will be extradited by Canada, yeah. Here's how it works. That might be a fake number and a temporary number. But this is why I had the buzzer off. It might be a temporary number you're using, but they can track your IP. And yeah, I'm going to give your number to the police station because you can't be saying kill anybody. Not on the YouTube, not on my phone, not on my watch, you fucking worm. So I hope you learned something here tonight. You could get in trouble when you say kill people on fucking the internet. And fuck you for being a little pathetic worm. You want to call up and troll? You want to call up and discuss some right-wing ideology? Something intelligible. Fine. But you're not going to fucking call up and say kill people. That's fucking pathetic. And you're going to learn your lesson when I forward this to the police station. Fuck you and fuck your mother in the ass. She obviously never loved you and she raised an animal. You got something to say? Well, you're not saying on my show. Why don't you make a YouTube account and put out your own show? I see the chat's going crazy. But this is exactly what we want. We want fucking people to come out and bait themselves as the fucking crazy piece of shit they are so I can forward their information to law enforcement, like my duty is. I wish you didn't have to, but that's the duty I gotta do, man. You can't be saying fucked up shit on here. What the fuck is your problem? So I'm gonna let the police know your number, bud. Hate speech is protected by free speech. You might be right, but when you advocate for violence in Canada, that's not protected by the law. And in fact, we have lesser restraints here in Canada on free speech. So no, you're not allowed to say fucking violence to people. You're fucking stupid, and the police will be contacting you. And I can see you're calling. I'm not taking your call. I'm gonna have to figure out a system to screen these calls a little better because I think I remember hearing Tom Green talk about that. People just call in and say fucked up shit. You want to call up and troll, that's fine. But you're not going to call up and say violent things. Now I have to fucking spend time giving your information to my fucking local law enforcement? You think I want to fucking deal with that shit? No. And you're probably going to have to talk to someone bigger than you. I don't give a fuck. You're not saying that shit to me on fucking public stream. Fuck that shit. I'm a responsible broadcaster. You hear me, buddy? So fuck yourself. I got a pea brain. You committed a crime, maybe not, but you're not allowed to say that in America either, buddy. Oh, look at, because of you, I just spilled my legal Canadian weed. You happy now? I bet you are. You're laughing it up with your crack pipe. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out something to fucking stop that shit. God damn it! I dropped a little good bit of bud there. Oh well. I'll suck it out of the shag later. Fucking people, eh? Well, I guess I gotta pull this goddamn fucking video. Fuck! It's not worth all the time it's gonna take to edit it. Or is it? Might be. But I gotta pull it and then fucking edit it, so it sucks, you know? Yo, whoever's calling, man, I'm not answering. Fuck that shit. I gotta figure out a system to do this. Cause I can't be just wasting time on this shit, man. I really can't. I guess, you know, how it'll go is once more people, you know, take an interest in shit, we'll have some legit callers. But I guess for now it's just gonna be fucking retards calling me up and fucking telling me what they're saying. Kill. You can't say kill. That's against the law in the United States too. We'll look it up. Is it illegal in the United States to say this? I'm not even gonna waste the time, actually, because you can't. You're not allowed to say violence to anybody. Fucking idiot. So don't fucking cry to me when the FBI comes knock on your fucking door. Or whoever the fuck deals with that shit for you fucking Yankees. All right? Here in Canada, we don't fucking put up with that shit. You'd be thrown in jail for that, buddy. But I'm sure someone will come and talk to you and let you know you can't be doing that. You're gonna get in trouble, whether you're 14 or fucking 20 or fucking 35. And I can tell that's some kid. It's some fucking jerk off kid. Probably he's like in the middle of beating off to random talking heads on YouTube, like, oh, this guy looks fucking hot. You know, and I am kind of hot, I'll tell you that. And if you would have been nice, I would have shown you some tit. You know? We had a fucking a gay dude watching from like Mexico. I'm like, this guy's pretty nice. You know what? I show him my fucking bod. He was nice. He's a regular watcher. No, I'm not gay, but I'm not some hateful fucking dumb Tide Pod fucking swallowing teenager either. You know, I've been around the block and I know there's bad and good in every fucking. I know that's not about racism what this guy did though. I was just trying to sabotage me. It's all good. I just gotta fucking take that shit down because I'm not gonna have that on my fucking goddamn profile. Goddamn. Interesting. You know, I'm sure you're laughing it up, but I did. That's what you get for playing Simpsons soundbite with Mo. I'm gonna find you and fucking ram a dog up your ass and put some sausage in your mouth or something like that. Anyway, that was part of the intro. So let's see these people. I gotta report their accounts and shit. Los Santos Cholos. You play Grand Theft Auto? Is that what you do? You play Grand Theft Auto fucking... You're under U.S. law. We have an extradition treaty, you fucking moron. I'm gonna come and get you, and I'm gonna give you my Canadian bacon. Okay? I'm not a liberal, by the way. All right. That's fine. It's too bad, you know. I want to hear from some real people. Even if you are some right-wing guy. Whatever, but you're not. You're just some teenagers. I know. It's too bad, because I think this will help my analytics and shit. But, I mean, take that shit down. Huh. Don't. I'ma take this time to rap and reason. You motherfuckers is guilty of nothing but racial treason. You're nothing but a pathetic little dick sucker. And if I had the choice, I'd be a life plucker for you and your pathetic crew. Going and trolling people's onto YouTube. What do you do all day? Whack off to motherfuckers talking heads because you're secretly gay and you hate other people because you can't get no ass shit, bitch. Stop smoking the crack and pick up some grass. For now, I'll pass the mic to an imaginary foe, but I'm just letting you know you're nothing but the zero. And I'm a motherfucking future hero. You're not even near me, no, bitch. You ain't got nothing in your think tank. Maybe you put my image in your spank bank while you give it a wank and hop up and down, something up your ass, smile, not a frown. Wearing your mother's nightgown and her panties. You want to come over here to Canada and spank me, but you ain't got the motherfucking clearance. So stay away from our border. No, don't get fucking near it. Because if you do, I'll motherfucking catch you with my fucking dick. Yeah, I'll fucking whip you. Anyway, that's who the fuck you think you're dealing with and shit. And I gotta take that down? That fucking sick freestyle down? Which means I can reuse it. Fuck you punks. You ain't got shit on me, dog. I wish I had a fucking do-rag and shit on. Wish I had some fucking sick gear. You know what? Being a truth teller, it don't pay like being a troll like you. Who's paying you to troll me? I want to know the names. That was very Tom Green, though. That was very Tom Green. Maybe I will keep this up. I just got to beep some shit. It's a bit of work. For that reason, I won't go too much longer. But you 6 trolls, I will say this. I won't say thank you, but I will say you have helped me by giving me 6 viewers. So if you were wise, you would stop watching. 6 people watching me helps my fucking shit. Algorithm wise, I guess. That's what they tell me. Yeah, get 100 fucking troll. I just seen another troll come on. If you're not a troll, we're dealing with some troll circus tonight. People called me up and screamed, N-word, N-word, kill N-words. So I vowed to them I'm going to give their information to the police department in my local jurisdiction. Because fuck you guys. You think you can do that? Free speech, even hate speech is protected, but not threats of violence or harassment. So that's what I want you to tell the fucking whoever comes to your door to let you know. It'll probably just be some fucking constable. They'll knock on your door, be like, oh shit, this guy's got a mother. She's passed out with a pipe in her mouth. Fuck, this is going to be an awkward call. Hello, miss. Hello. Anyway, I don't need to troll some fucking 14-year-old kid. But go to bed, brush your teeth, and get your fucking diploma. Because you know what? If I had a diploma, I could probably get a loan now. I could probably get a loan and hire some of you fucking little fucking punks, some civilized ones here from in Canada, and make some money sitting on my ass. And that's my plan, you know. I plan to get a business, not a degree or whatever, but just take a business course. A business certificate. Anyway, that's interesting. Interesting times here tonight. I don't think people can pull back the stream right now and see that guy was saying all the fucked up shit. But I'll just censor it, you know. Interesting. So I think that about does it, sadly. That kind of pissed me off. See, who the fuck is you already know, smoking drugs, talking about drug addicts. Weed is legal in Canada and it's not an addictive substance. So you already know. I don't know what you're trying to say, but weed is legal here in Canada. See, this guy's got a face on his. Oh no, okay. Let's see. Report this motherfucker. Hate speech. Nothing for violence. That's sad. Oh, bro. Oh, being Punjabi. What's going on, dog? Yo, what's going on, buddy? Last night I think you took off because there's craziness. Where am I from in Canada? Well, I'm from in Ontario, so I'll just leave it at that because there's some crazy neo-Nazis watching currently. But yeah, we got some people being Punjabi. We got some people calling up and say, "Kill N-words, kill N-words, 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 N-words," and I was like, "Holy shit!" So I screened like 4 more calls, dude, and they were all just like some trolls screaming racist shit. I don't think they're actually racist, but I mean, they're just trying to fuck up my show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Punjabi, if you want to give a call, being Punjabi, if you want to give a call, you can. I think you're probably in India though, so you probably can't. You're welcome to. This dude is gone, dude. It is addictive like everything. No, it might be psychologically addictive, but it's therapeutic for most people. So You're right. It is still a drug. So is coffee, though. Coffee's a drug. Beer is a drug. Alcohol has killed thousands of people, kills tens of thousands of people every year in the United States and America, millions probably combined. And there's no fucking regulations on that. You can't stop that. I'm not for legalizing fucking all drugs like some people. Uh, I think there should be like a Las Vegas kind of area where if you want to fucking do meth and coke, you could go out to like the Antarctic Circle, fucking party it up. There'd be casinos and shit, and it'd be crime world. That's how you keep that shit separate. You want to fucking do coke? Go to fucking crime world. It's like Super Las Vegas, but in the icy Arctic Circle of hell. And, you know, I think that's a fair compromise. So I think that's what politics is really about. I'm going to Quebec next year for my higher studies, says being Punjabi. Oh, you know, you'll like Quebec, man. We're this episode having a lot of racial talk. There's some racial fucking quacks down in Quebec, but there's not a lot. And I don't want you to be worried about that shit. Here in Canada, it's way different than the States, man. We fucking embrace people from other places because we know people from other places coming to study and shit are going to be twice as loyal as some dirtbag who's fucking grown up sucking off his mama's teeth like one of these fucking trolls, just calling up to scream silly things at somebody. So I would rather someone call me up and try to scare me than say N-word because it's hurting people's fucking feelings. That's all. So we had 2 people leave. Hopefully it's the troll. Being Punjabi, Montreal. I have never been to Montreal. Pathetic, I know. I've never been to Montreal. I hear it's pretty cool. It's like a bigger part of the city, I think. I'd like to see Quebec City. The only places I've ever been in Canada outside of my local area here are Toronto and Alberta when I was young. I went to the West Edmonton Mall. Obviously, you're not going to be going there, but holy fuck, man, I'd recommend it. It's like one of the biggest malls besides the new one in China there somewhere. Excuse me, I burped there. And they've got like roller coasters inside. They've got an aquarium with killer whales, octopuses, octopi, whatever the fuck you call them, all kinds of shit. So, you know, it might be a little dull here where I'm from, but Canada's definitely got some nice things to offer. So, yeah. Being Punjabi says, my name is Sukiber. Sukiber. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Sukiber? Sukiber? I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm usually good. When I hear it when I actually hear it audio wise, I'm good at repeating shit, you know, like a parrot or like any smart enough animal. But yeah, sorry I'm mispronouncing it. But I think it's like Skabur. Anyway, sorry about that. Fuck. I'm butchering your name, by the way. My name's Alex. I run a podcast here. We're trying to do a legitimate call-in show, kind of in the Howard Stern style, Tom Green-esque style. I usually have a co-host call in with me, but we started a little late tonight. I'm just trying to keep with the theme of doing one every Wednesday. Depending on what time we end tonight, we'll probably do another one tomorrow at a little earlier of a time. That way the goblins and ghouls don't come and try to hijack the podcast. But the only thing I'm having trouble with is the H, but I'll just make that silent. Suckbur. Soupbur. There we go. Super. How's it going, Super? Yeah, man. Thanks for fucking watching. You know, I know that great journeys of 1,000 steps start with a single one or something like that. And, you know, I appreciate every single person that watches. You might be like, oh, he's in Canada. You know, I'm in India. Well, I had some dude from Slovenia was watching, and we had a good 2-hour type chat about some stuff. It's a little slower when you've got to type stuff out as opposed to calling in. But I know, like, I can't imagine. I live on $120 a month. I can't imagine what a fucking international calling card must cost. It's probably like 20 Canadian. So it's probably like not super expensive, but it's probably like enough. Like, I'm not fucking wasting a good night out on the town on calling in, or could even be like $5 Canadian. I don't know, like 7 American or some shit. I don't know conversion. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. It's about 75 cents on the dollar right now for Canadian versus American dollars. Sweet, sweet tap water. That's another thing about America. I love Americans, most of them. I watch a lot of American media, a lot of American TV. But I had some people come on here try to troll me about being Canadian. That's acceptable. I love that shit. If you would have told me about being Canadian, that's the funniest fucking beautiful shit. And if you really hate Canadians, you just don't know enough of the good ones. Granted, there's not a lot of fucking really famous, cool ones, but there's some that might surprise you. So, you know, there's no reason to hate Canadians. What the fuck? Canadians are sick. We're like Americans, but we're fucking a little bit cooler. Just a little bit. Anyway. So, Starvision's still watching. Starvision, you're not one of those. Are you one of those trollers? Hey, man. I respect the troll. I just, when you say kill, that's too far. It's too far. Come on. I could have left the slanderous word in there, but once you say kill, fuck. And I don't approve of that word. All right, Starvision. Respect, buddy. Thank you for sticking with us. It's been quite the zoo tonight. But hey, any attention's great. If I go back and edit that, that'll be hilarious. That made me laugh, even though I was raging. I was laughing inside. I was just trying not to laugh my ass off. But being Punjabi, anyway, I won't even attempt it. I'm sorry. What difference between Quebec and the rest of the states? Well, here we have provinces, but the rest of the provinces, Quebec is majority French speaking. Well, from what I've seen just across the bridge, like, I'll be straight. I don't really give a fuck. No one's going to track me. And if they do, I know I showed this and stuff, but I have a pellet gun so I can protect myself. People are laughing. Yeah, it's a pellet gun. Ha. Laugh till you kick in my door and you feel one of those pellets in your fucking ass. I'm joking. That's for comedic effect. And I don't want anybody knocking on my door. But I would never use my defense stuff. I only use it for animals. It's not for people. That was a joke. So I will use that in court if you try to fuck with me. I love the local police are mostly good, except for the ones that kill people. And there's not a lot of those here. Another good thing about Canada. So Quebec, there's something going on right now with people are like, oh, they want to limit immigration. And I'm not making this up. They want to limit immigration in Quebec, not stop it, but they feel like their French culture is being fucked with. Compared to the rest of Canada, like that's not really, there's like rural pockets, like small country pockets where there's farmmanship, but even most people are really nice in Canada. The only difference between Quebec and the rest, from what I've seen, it's like older buildings and stuff. Here in Ottawa, which is the capital, by the way, there's like more modern building. There's a more modern building code. Quebec also, you're not allowed to grow any weed here. Since we've legalized cannabis, you're allowed to grow up to 4 plants. Most rental units don't allow that, but in Quebec, you're not allowed to grow it. You're not allowed to get into the market of selling it, and you're only allowed to consume it in sanctioned areas. So it's a lot more strict around cannabis. Just be aware that when you're in Montreal, you can still consume it if you so choose to have some fun, experiment. And I would advise it. You know, if you can, read about additives, but nothing's going to kill you. It might just give you diarrhea or something, you know. Although, no, that would have been mean. I'll just say, although with curry in your diet, you're probably used to that. No, that's a light joke. See, that's the kind of joke is I'm only joking, by the way. I know you don't eat curry every day. I eat terrible foods every day. I'm a fucking bum, man. I eat like fucking buttered noodles and shit. I'm a fucking loser. But yeah, Quebec, yeah, it's mostly just there's not everyone's French, but it's a lot of French. There's French signs everywhere, and as far as I know, the architecture's older. That's the most of it. You gotta have a car more to get around, I think. I've only been certain places in Quebec. I'm not very well traveled, man. But right across the border, everyone's fucking nice. Like I've never met anyone I'm like, oh, this guy's fucked. I've met a couple people with some offensive ideas and ideals, but no one like the trolls I called today. There's no one like that. They're just like, oh, they're taking our jobs kind of thing. You know, this same old like make America great again, except it's make Quebec great again. And no offense to Quebec people who want to separate and shit. Just I don't like overt racism. It's kind of disgusting. And it's a weak ideal meant to tear people apart. You know, that's all that is. I know those guys weren't even serious, though. Being Punjabi, I do not consume any type of alcohol. Good. Alcohol will fuck with you. And that's what some other guy tried to say. You already know, said weed's a drug. Yeah, it is, but it's not like fucking alcohol. Even I do not drinks. Yeah, and don't start unless there's some girl there and she's like, have one. Maybe do it to seem cool. I don't know. I didn't get laid much in high school, but you know, I'd say maybe try like a beer or something. It'll probably just make you sick, dude. Like if you're gonna try anything for fun, Try some fucking edibles. Next year, edibles will be legal, regulated by the province. Right now, you can still get them, and they're regulated by somebody. Like they come in a sealed package. They're clearly made in some professional setting. But yeah, man, I appreciate you tuning in, being Punjabi. And next time we're gonna start. It's about 1 in the morning now. Next time, so 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So usually I start 5 hours earlier than this. That's what I'm aiming for. Every show I've been doing so far, though, has been really late, except for the election show. Daniel Inman. Oh, Daniel Inman. What's going on, homie? How you doing? I wish I didn't start years ago. Drinking? Yeah, man. Fucking drinking's vicious. Last year, I went into a bit of a fucking spin, or maybe it was the year before that. Last year, I still drink it pretty heavy. But the year before that, man, what happens is you start drinking, and especially if you're like me, you've never really fucked with anything hardcore. Like, I've never fucked with coke or nothing like that. The only thing I've ever done is weed, mushrooms, salvia, and my friend gave me some fake-ass LSD one time. I was pretty pissed. It was some government shit called C2I or 2CI. Gave me psychic powers. Only disadvantage is I got to shove a broom up my ass every 3 weeks. So that sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I heard that on the Rogan podcast. Yeah, man. So with alcoholism, you drink so much and you don't see a downside because you feel so great all the time, especially if you eat like a heavy starchy diet so the alcohol absorbs well and you keep drinking. For me, if people describe cocaine the way I felt alcohol, I felt invincible, top of the world, and cool as shit. But then it leads to later in the night just yelling at everybody and saying, the town drunk, basically. Star Vision, ouch. Yeah, man. So the only way I really stopped drinking is I couldn't afford it. I smoke weed every day. I've got ADHD, I'm not saying I don't have it, but that's what it's prescribed to me for. I had a prescription a few years before it became legal recently here in 2018, last year. But yeah, man, nothing wrong with smoking weed every day. It makes your memory a little fucky, and it does fuck with your ambition a little bit. But when you're dealing with severe stress, anxiety, I was beaten as a child, and other things. It's not a joke. It's true. But yeah, kind of fucked me up. More psychological abuse than anything, really. Like if I got slapped in the face once in a while, it wouldn't be that bad. But when you're fucking living in a shed for like a year and a half, you become like an animal. I'm more of an animal than a man. Star Vision. I drank a bottle of wine listening to this tonight. No way. I thought you said Listerine. That's why I was like, no, listening to a bottle of Listerine, a bottle of wine listening to this tonight. Did you actually, dude? That's fucking sick, bro. I'll be drinking on here soon. I'm not saying like I'm a massive alcoholic. As long as I don't slip into I would get out of bed, dude. And that made my night, by the way. You drinking to this? Dude, that's the kind of show I want to be. You can relax, you can chat with me, you can have a few drinks, you can have a few smokes, whatever you do. If you're on the other line shooting meth into your cock, I don't care as long as you're respectful to everyone and your message isn't fucking retarded. And I'll say retarded. I'm not making fun of retarded people. I'm just saying retarded. You're not going to stop me from using the R word. All right, that's my word. LOL, Star Vision says. Yeah, so straight up, what kind of wine were you drinking? White or red? White always gives me a stomach ache, and it's intense. And I read up, a lot of people have an allergy to white wine. So I'm going to stay away from white wine, but I would get it for free from a friend, and I'm not going to mention their name. They would steal it from a grocery store. I'm not going to mention their name, and I don't know their real name. That's what I'll say to the police. They go by Squiggity Squawk on the streets. They ride a longboard. They've got long orange hair down to their fucking face. Can't see the guy's eyes. He rides up. He's got a fake ID. It says he's 77. Clearly, he's not. Pinto Grigio white wine. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Again, I'm not very knowledged in wine, but I love it. I actually tried to make wine at a Minute Maid, and I followed the instructions, and I did all the additives and cleaned it all out and shit. And like my carboy was a fresh carboy and shit, and it didn't turn out. Me and my friend drank some juice. My co-host there, Vostradamus, tried it. Just under fermentation levels. Being Punjabi says Indian time is 10:30 a.m. No way, dude. So this is like a morning show in India? That would be sick if I became fucking if like 10 people in India started watching. If we had an audience of 30 people eventually, we could get some Discord going. We get some topics and shit going. Like this is supposed to be about, what's going on in the world, what's going on in Canada, what's going on in the United States, and just what's going on. And I'm a big conspiracy head, but here's the thing is I'll take a stance on conspiracy, but I'll also accept, it's called double think, but it's in a positive way. From George Orwell, 1984. Double think, like I'll accept this fact as being true, but I'll also say like Bigfoot might be from another dimension, but he also might be man's ancient relative. So it could be two things. It could be a plurality, dude. It could be a multi. Anyway, so yeah, what are you having for breakfast, man? What are you having for breakfast? Super, super. Yeah. Man, I don't want to say anything like stereotypical, but most Indian people I meet are so nice and so light, very positive, upbeat people, and they're just nice to be around. Most of them. I'm sure I've met a couple of Indian dicks. There's one guy he had that nice attitude, happy attitude, but he was kind of like shisty a little bit, but I liked it. It was funny. I think he had like a streak in his hair or something, like purple streak. Yeah, he's cool. Actually, while I was in the mental hospital, before I got out, no, I'll be honest. I went for a psych eval one time. I didn't sleep for like 3 fucking days, and I was going a little loopy. I think I've told this story before, and I have this conspiracy theory. Tie this in with a conspiracy theory. Most people say this, that these shootings that happen, a lot of the times, not all the time, they'll grab some mentally fucking crazy person, like a psychotic person, and fucking say that they did something fucked up, and then just drop their body and claim. I'll read that comment there in a minute. Back in rehab. No, not rehab, not rehab. Star Vision says back in rehab. No, not rehab or anything like that. Like I said before, I never got hired into any drugs. And I think I might have tried blow one time. I'm like, this is fucking garbage. Why the fuck would anybody spend money on this? This is fucked. So I never touched it again. But I'm not gonna say who I tried it with either, because that would fuck up their name. But yeah, no, back to the story. I hadn't slept for a couple of days or whatever, and the cops picked me up from this fucking hospital. This is how it works. And they're like, okay, we'll send you in for 48-hour evaluation. And it was mostly because there's a few things, but I mentioned my stepdad before, so there's a little bit of like continuous abuse going on. Shit, it does fuck with your head, and it fucks up how you might be sleeping and shit. So, long story. I won't get the whole thing, but here's the thing: they put me in the car with the cops, and the cops drove to some shady fucking station. It was like it started like the OPP, and then they drove me to like some RCMP. I shit you not. I don't know where it was. It was on the side of a highway. And the RCMPs they grab a fucking machine gun. This is like right after the first shooting here that happened in Canada, the only real shooting that happened. And I was like, holy fuck, man, they're gonna fucking shoot me. Why? What's going on? I had handcuffs. I was in the back of a fucking car. And then I shit you not, they're walking over with a machine gun. And it was a straight up rifle that the police use. And I was like, this is it. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking dead. And they just put it in the back of the car and got in and started driving. And I expected them the whole way. I was scared shitless. But I guess they were just grabbing it for something. I don't fucking know. Scared the fuck out of me. I think they just had it just in case, if they're OPP and something happens on the highway, some drug importers, they got to be ready to fucking roll and shoot those motherfuckers. But it scared the fuck out of me. And I know they were laughing because they saw me like, but yeah, I thought it was done, bro. I thought it was done. But yeah, anyway, in the place though, basically, here's the thing I'll tell you. I have a theory, okay? And I didn't eat a lot of these things, but in the place, they offer you this medication, and it's like just random fucking pills, and it's supposed to like calm you down, even you out. And I found out later what they were. I looked up the fuck because this cocksucking quack gave me a fucking prescription when I checked out with a clean bill of sanity. Sane, just like in The Simpsons. I got the sane thing right on my hand, so I was allowed to leave. Because otherwise, if you don't get the stamp, the fucking Russia. So that said sane. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, on the way out, he gave me this weird prescription. It's like blends a clock of fluorine or some cocks in your ass and mouth of fluorine. Okay, some weird fucking hard to pronounce thing. Unless you have a PhD, you probably be able to read it. And yeah, my theory is, and it's pretty much confirmed, is when you get a medication from one of these doctors, like if it's a psychoactive, when I was young, they gave me, this is why I'm so fucked up. They gave me fucking ADHD pills. All right. Now, it wasn't just Ritalin that they gave me. I think they tried that for a few years when I was really young, 9 years old. They give drugs to 9 years old. Okay. Kids are hyper. You give them crank or Dexedrine. You can look that up. That's a straight up thing out of methamphetamine. They gave that to me when I was 15 years old. So they give you something that fucks with your brain and makes it hard to concentrate, and they say, oh, he has ADHD. You know what I mean? So when the kid grows out of being a kid and they're not as hyper anymore, you're left with these fucked up consequences where it's hard for you to remember shit and think straight. Now, I know I smoke weed, but even still, man, I truly believe that they fucked up my brain chemistry from that, and I'm going to go after them for damages. And not only that, I'm going to advocate that we stop giving these fucking pills to kids that can't even fucking drink alcohol. You give pills to a 9-year-old child, what do you think that's going to fucking do to somebody? Fucks them up. And this happens to a lot of people. Antidepressants to kids under 15. What do you think that's going to do? Antidepressants have been shown to fucking be habit-forming drugs. You give that to a fucking kid when they're young, and then when they try to get off it, they become suicidal. That happens. I'm not sure if you watch Tinfoil Hat podcast or the Joe Rogan Experience. They're kind of like in the same spectrum because the guys are friends, the hosts are friends. And anyways, on that, they discuss this a lot, that when you give someone who's depressed or feeling sad, or maybe someone died, you give them antipsychotics or antidepressants rather, and then they try to get off them when they think they're stable. It is proven that they're habit forming drugs, and it makes them fucking suicidal. And if they don't get back on them, and if they don't get off them really slowly, you can have dire consequences. And I'll admit, they had me on those too for a while. I got the fuck off. I do have problems with depression. It's not that bad anymore, thank God. But I'll get into it's called manic depression. You're either like, oh fuck, man, I could do anything. I could conquer this fucking world. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. I'm gonna use it to become mayor, and then from there I'll become prime minister, and then from there, fucking supreme dictator of Canada. I mean, calm it down there. King of Canada. That's it. I'll be the unofficial head. I'll have like the pseudo military faction behind me. We'll have close hands and everything. And if anybody tries to fuck over the country, fucking everybody will come out of the woodwork. We'll have everyone from every race. We'll have the fucking skis. We'll have fucking everybody come in. We'll have fucking who else? That sounds bad. We'll have some like Asian dudes. I don't know. We'll have some everybody. RCMPs and in secret society. And next topic. I'm gonna smoke some weed here. Smash that like button if you're enjoying it, and I hope to see you guys back here. I really do. As long as you're not gonna call up and say fucking some genocidal shit, you could say almost anything on here. So that's why I open this, for people to be able to say anything, debate anything they want, and have it seen in public forum. And if they give me a strike for something, fine, but I'm gonna do my due diligence and edit that shit out. I'm not trying to limit free speech. You just can't say kill people. What the fuck? Anyway, I know it's just some kids. I hate to harp on it, but it really did hurt my feelings when they did that. So spark it up for justice. Smoking some skunk weed and having some fun with my two bestest buddies, Starvision and Super. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, but yeah, thank you for typing it differently, because I learned in the back of a dictionary, like, kind of how to. Anyway. I got someone texting. It's probably another fucking troll, goddammit. That pisses me off so much, I just wanted to hear one person being honest and saying something. And, if someone did try to call in, I turned off the buzzer, so just let me know in the chat. But I just don't want to have any more stuff that, the first 35 minutes of this was me yelling into the phone at some fucking teenager laughing his ass off. And I hope I made your night, pal. You made mine, except for the fact that now I feel fucking sketched out about shit and fucking people doing that. Do I have to call the police? I don't know. I think you're supposed to. I don't know. I could probably just report them to YouTube, but they're not coming on my channel again. But I'm going to retain the information, though. Yeah. See what's next here on the YouTube playlist. Woo! We're having fun tonight. How long are we going? Only an hour, 24 minutes. Feels like a lot longer than that. Joseph messaged me. I'm going to check that shit out. My co-host just messaged me. We'll see if we can get him on the fucking air. That'd be beautiful. Yeah, boy. Star Vision says smoke cloud. I know it's a runny cloud, a cartoon cloud, but who's it that said my music sucked? Was that one of the trolls? You can say shit sucked. It's fine. This is no confusion. Feet with wax. Two twin brothers that can rap like demons. Oh! Yo, what's good, Joseph? You're live on the air. I'm going to give you a warning. We have our co-host calling in, folks. Boom, shakalaka ding dong. What's going on, YouTube? Motherfucker, what's good, bro? Oh, sorry, you can't even see. Hold on, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry, I had the blocker on there. I just don't want people seeing me jerk it.
I'm trying my detail vinyl right now.
Yeah.
Basically, what I did is I etched a pattern into the vinyl, and I'm gonna press to see if that pattern stays. If not, I'm going to basically.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I switched calls. I didn't know that would hang up on you. This one just has a better speaker. Sorry. Sorry about that, dude. Fuck.
No worries.
I didn't think it would hang up like that, but yo, we had some trolls calling into the show. We had our first callers. Unfortunately, we can't give them a shirt because all they did was say kill N-words, kill N-words. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. We've got look at that, guys. What's that there? What's that big bad boy? Big boy fucking bong. You gonna take a bong hit, brother?
So what? Some of your viewers are white supremacy?
That's what I thought, bro. But they're just trolls. They're like teenage trolls fucking calling up to sabotage the show. If you never heard of Tom Green show, trolls would call in and say that kind of shit to try and get the show taken off the air to sabotage it. And that's all they're doing. They're not even probably racist. They're probably just some fucking teenagers up past their bedtime, fucking around on mommy's Wi-Fi, wanking off 3 times, and they're like, fuck, let's go troll someone on the internet, you know? That's all. When there's only so many times you can spank it before it gets boring. Oh, he's taking a bong hit here, folks. We're gonna get that on camera. We can hold him in court accountable for smoking dope like a fucking gangster. This motherfucker, he's smoking the Cronbon. There you go, some secondhand smoke, people. Enjoy for free. This is for you, Starvision. This is for you, Punjabi. Motherfucking Souk Bar. We've got Souk Bar and Starvision watching right now. One from India and one from... Where are you from, Starvision? Oh, somebody just gave me a comment. Let me know in the chat if you can hear my co-host once he stops coughing. I just want to make sure the speaker's good. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Thanks for calling, by the way.
Not too much.
You?
What?
Thanks for calling, by the way. Loading up a hit myself. Oh, that's a cool looking suitcase. Oh, is that your t-shirt press? Here, I'll show them.
Yeah, man.
He just got a staple. Oh, is that one of your designs on the wall, by the way?
Some of my Rick and Morty designs.
All right, so there's some of his Rick and Morty designs there. I'm not sure if you guys can hear. And yeah, he actually does t-shirts. So I'm not sure about you guys. I'm going to read your comment there in a minute, Starvision. I'm not sure about you guys in the other nations and stuff, but we will send you a t-shirt if you want to buy it. Anything you want. But if you call in, you get one for free. We'll send it to you for free. Anyway, that's his thing there. I'm going to read. He gave the middle finger. He's not giving that for free. I'm going to read the comment here real quick. Starvision says, hey.
You want this shirt?
Batman.
Something good to add to our fucking video.
Oh, what? The shirt?
That I'm wearing right now. If somebody called in and had something fucking amazing to add to our fucking podcast, then maybe I'd consider it.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying. If you guys call in and have something cool to say, something fucking worth our time, and I know we have fucking limitations as people, as societal members, but if you call in, you'll get a free shirt. I'll pay for it for James, okay? Yeah, he's wearing a custom made. It's pretty good quality. Look at that real quick before we read the comment. You can't see it very well because of the screen. It's fucked up. And it's lo-fi, right? But it's shiny shit. So until we get like Teespring going, we're gonna start Teespring. We've got some crazy designs in mind. But yeah, man, he's got his own shit going right now. And for the low price of whatever he says, you can have one too. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna put you to the speaker so they can hear you. We're gonna have to choose between video and audio, unfortunately, till we get a better setup. But yeah, I'm gonna read this comment real quick, James. Sorry. Starvision says, "Hey, I was thinking ... You should check out Pauly Shore's channel. He does a comedy vlog weekly. Think you would appreciate his style. I think so too. Pauly Shore is Mitzi Shore's son, is he not? I'd definitely check him out for sure. And this is saved in the comments. You might think I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I'm gonna check that shit out. Why the fuck not? I like fresh people, you know." I checked out Dennis Miller and I found out he was kind of fucky, but you know, I'm still gonna check out his show. He wasn't screaming fucking genocide into a microphone like a retard, so you know, I'll listen to what people have to say. But straight up though, Pauly Shore, fucking A. He's got to be a stand-up. A, his mom owned a comedy club. What's that? Sorry, James.
My press is almost hot enough.
Oh, you're gonna do this live?
What?
You're gonna press a shirt live for us?
I'm pressing a test thing. Basically, what I did is I etched a design into the vinyl, and then I cut around the design. So basically, kind of like an emboss almost, but not really. It's just like a flat design, and I want to see if the detail comes out or if I lose the detail, and then I want to keep like doing design until the detail is kept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Fucker, I'm just taking a hit right now.
Basically, if I put too much pressure, it'll cut through the vinyl. What I want to do is I want to put just enough pressure where I'm not cutting through the vinyl, but then for the border I cut it so that it leaves the imprint of the image I trace into the picture, basically. It's at 350, it's almost at 400, and once it's at 400, I press. But it stays at, like, if I was to press multiple shirts in a row, it stays at the same temperature.
It's got
when I turn it off, it takes a while to warm up.
It's got a digital output, does it?
Yeah, it's got a digital output and a timer. It's awesome.
And a timer. Supreme, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah, we got to figure out that. Oh, go ahead.
So basically, this is like what I cut, the design.
Here, I'll show them briefly because I got to choose between audio and video for you. Okay.
So it's a zipper, right? And
yeah.
In the zipper, I etched the design of the zipper into it. So what I want to do is I want to keep the design intact.
Okay. So you etched. Say that one more time for our viewers. You etched the.
Basically, etched the image into the zipper. Like the detail of the zipper into it, and then I cut it out the outline.
Word up! I want to ask you about something there in a minute. Yeah, is my shirt gonna be? Are you gonna do that soon, or do I have to buy a shirt?
Well, fuck, man, it depends. Like,
I'll buy one.
You just want a green shirt with the fucking black logo on it saying fucking Extinction Rebellion.
Nah, I don't want to be repping Extinction Rebellion. I'd rather it say something Canadian maple syrup. You know, I could advertise to people on the subway. So if I go to do street interviews, people aren't like, "Who the fuck is this weird guy gonna jerk off to this video later? Who the fuck is this weirdo?"
So wait,
you know.
First off, I need to know what color of sweater.
Sweater. Oh, now we're talking swaglicious. Oh, fucking.
Like, what do you want? Do you want a sweater or a t-shirt or a tank top or like, what the fuck are you calling?
I'd like a bikini type Speedo deal with like a big hot dog.
Okay, so you want it to say 100% maple syrup on your dick?
No, I was thinking the anus, bro. What the fuck? Why the dick?
No. On the anus is the YouTube logo.
With the O or the U being the fucking middle of the hole.
Yep.
Star Vision says 101. I don't know if that was an LOL, but if it's a 101, I don't know. I don't know, but that's just straight up 101 fucking of the topic, I guess. That's how you do it. Holy fuck. What kind of dope you smoking tonight? You got that herbalicious crop that you talk about all the time with me?
I've got something or other that's getting me high.
Oh, some kind of fucking weeds you found in the garden?
I had Girl Scout, but I'm smoking something else. I have no idea what it is now.
Yo, I'm gonna start.
Ran out of this.
I'm gonna start reaching out to sponsors and shit. I'm thinking mostly cannabis and stuff like that. But you'd be surprised we can get sponsorship deals, man. Just small ones at first, but.
Okay, almost ready.
All right, let me know when you're gonna press it because I want them to see that, but they won't be able to hear you. So.
Pretty much like right now.
Oh.
In like in like less than a 5, 4, 3. It's at 395 right now.
It's at 395.
Hot.
What's the temperature it's got to get to?
Oh, 397. It usually stops at 399.
Okay, so 399. Okay, then take a second. What kind of design you see? Oh, here we go. Here we go, gentlemen. Gentlemen, ladies, and all non-binary 101, 101, 110s. Geez, that's a fucking heavy-duty piece of equipment, James. I thought it was like a little skinny, dinky fucking Amazon device. Oh, it's beeping like it's a fucking nuke? Whoa, Jesus, fuck. Watch your fingers there, sweatshop workers. Jesus fucking Christopher. That's the hot oil crisp alert. There we go. Oh, no, I thought your shirt was the shirt. Fuck, my bad, my bad. So what, you gotta put papers on it and shit?
Oh no. Okay, well, you put wax paper on it to fucking
Put wax paper on it too. Yeah, straight up.
make it so it doesn't stick to the metal.
Word up. Man, I can't wait for my t-shirt. So you're okay, you're putting design on the fucking the zipper. Straight up. There you go.
Yeah, but there's a special plastic I have to peel off right now, so give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, peel that plastic, brother. In the meantime, I'm gonna talk about in the meantime, I'll tell a joke. And I might get some people mad. No, you probably have heard this already. What's that?
That sucks. It didn't push it hard enough.
Oh no, you fucked it up, dog? Fuck! Ah! That's 25 cents down the toilet. What's that, son?
So all the detail stayed on that, and none of the detail on this.
So it all stayed on the press, is what you're saying? Fuck, flop, adopt, dop.
On the plastic.
On the plastic, yeah. Fuck, dude. Well, that sucks. Look at that, guys. Oh, he fucked it up. Well, on your path to greatness, there is many, many bumps. And for those of you at home, you know, if you experience something, if you experience a massive failure, the only way it's a failure is if you don't get the fuck back up and try again. So get out there, pack your pipe, and smoke some shit. What's that, James?
But look at the quality though of the vinyl.
Yeah, word up. Oh, I thought that was a real zipper, actually. Woo! Some good shit. Yo, don't fuck. Now you're bending my mind, dog. Don't do that. He's like zipping down on the zipper here. Don't fuck with me, dog. I thought that was gonna zip down.
Stuck.
It's stuck. Yank it. No, it's not a real zipper. That's the design he just made. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, I'm gonna put you back on the speaker. I want to ask you about some conspiracy and shit.
That really sucks, though. I don't know how I'm gonna do the zipper on. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do the zipper on this image because, like,
You'll figure it out, dog. You'll figure it out.
okay, so basically, here's my program for cutting, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So, I got two designs here.
Yeah.
So basically, right here.
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting program. That's the program that came with the T-print or whatever the fuck it is. He's got like a grid software. All right.
See how it has two colors? It has a dark outline and a red outline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I could now I'm gonna move it. You see the two outlines?
Yeah, dog. That's okay. Yeah, and
this one here was etched in, and this one here it cut out.
All right. Fuck. So that's what fucked up.
Yeah, fucked. I didn't put enough pressure into it, but I'm trying to figure out how to do the zipper because I got this right here, right? Here's the zipper of what it looks like. Now, here's the red.
Supreme. You're gonna get sued for that Supreme shit, dog. He's got these logos with Supreme on it. It's fucking sick though. Here, check this out, folks. Show them. I want them to see that. That is fucking dope. He made that himself. Started with the Playboy Bunny logo, and now he's got a bunch of merch with that fucking angry ass looking bad boy bunny. Beautiful. That's fucking sick. And that's the power of art, folks. You know, with the Supreme cuff. Are those the different stages, James? Those are the layers of the image?
No, those are all the different layers.
Yeah, that's what I said. The different layers. The different layers.
Colors, right?
Yeah.
Black.
Colors.
This is black.
This is black. Okay.
No, but look, okay.
Red. Black, red, brown, and
black.
Okay.
Burgundy. Zipper. White.
There you go. Zipper white. Interesting. So you're just doing that work right now? Some work, eh? You mind chatting while we do that there? I just don't want to get it fresh. It's interesting, though. You got to teach me.
No, I'm not doing it. I need to get a new sticky.
A new stick.
I got this vinyl thing, right? But you see this plastic?
Yes, sir.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
But again, Cameo. Silhouette Cameo 3.
Okay.
Genie. I'm going to put that logo. I'm going to put that on a shirt. That logo.
Oh, the genie logo stolen from your fucking bong like a pirate? You fucking pirated. Yeah. What's your company called again?
Here, shout out to my company.
Hijacked Brands. Check it out. Hijacked Brands. Is that on Twitter yet?
No, it's underground.
Underground shit. You gotta be willing to face piracy laws. That's a nice logo though, dog. Don't fuck with us. We got paintball guns and shit. All right. That's fucking dope, buddy. Straight up. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, is that a paper bag on the guy's head? There you go. All right. Is that not a paper bag on his head? Oh, okay. I see. I'm just smoking too much. There we go. That's part of the letter. Yeah. All right. So, all right, let's get down to it there. So, what do you think, man? Are you surprised that True Dumb won the fucking thing? Are you surprised with that or what? I'm fucking
that doesn't surprise me in the least.
Really? Who have you talked to that likes fucking Trudeau? I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying I haven't talked to anybody in the last fucking 4 years of his entire career that thinks that he's a good fucking...
First off, the election is too early and nobody knows the other candidates. So it's too early. There wasn't enough time to camp for the other candidates to campaign.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I haven't heard one thing about the Green Party's. I think the only commercial I saw was about the Green Party, and it was like very short, and it was like 20 seconds on YouTube. That's what I was ranting about the other day. Where are the commercials, man? I'm on YouTube all the time. I've never seen a fucking political one, except for Justin Trudeau. We are working together to make families better and strengthen the middle class. Look at my socks. they're observing a Muslim sacred tradition holiday while I attend the gay pride parade. Like, he's just trying to cause problems, this guy, man. He's just trying to cause problems. He's a fucking... Anyway, I think the vote is totally rigged. I don't think anybody fucking voted for him, and that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, man. For now, till I see some fucking difference. Oh, we just missed that magnificent smoke cloud he blew. We'll have to figure out the XSplit. James has showed me a fucking XSplit program. You know, I mean, you can see he's on the keyboard here. He's like down here. So, you know. Hey. Woo! Yo, I did a transgender joke because you sent me one with like hair on it, and in the rap freestyle I did was transgender shit, and I was like, tranny in your fanny? Question mark. It's like a 2-second clip. There you go. You're a what? You're a what? A succubus? Straight up, dog. So yeah. Anyway, man, I'm fucking surprised. Well. Straight the fuck up, dog. So yeah, what are you doing this week? Oh yeah, Trudeau. Yeah, fucking. Well, I don't know. I was shocked, man. That's what I've been telling people. I've been saying I don't like conservatives, but I would have believed that Andrew Scheer would have won before Trudeau. And halfway through the election, dude, when like before you called, I thought Scheer won. I'm like, that's bullshit. If anything, I would have thought Trudeau. But no, bro, because that's what I said before. I said Trudeau's going to win it. He's not going anywhere. This is how it works now. We got 2-term presidents, 2-term prime ministers, and that's it. It's not going to – they're going for the maximum time, man, even though no one likes them. Who have you talked to that likes him, James? Have you talked to anybody? No, eh? That likes him? No. There you go. Both of our fucking hosts. No one has said that they fucking believe – that they fucking would vote for Trudeau, that they even like him. People fucking rail on him. I've never met anybody say anything nice about the guy. Anyway, Star Vision says clown face. Ow! He's a fucking clown, that's for sure, man. And if you haven't already seen it, he's a black clown face. Yeah, straight up, man. And people were joking about that for days, like it was a big thing. You know what the big thing is? He's done a lot more shit than that, and that was a fucking joke. Just like this thing with Trump, they're saying Ukraine gate. They're saying he called up to see about. He said he was going to withhold millions of dollars. I know you can't see me, but he's going to withhold millions of dollars unless they fucking investigate Biden on corruption, or unless they say they're doing it. I mean, I don't like Trump at all, but it's a stupid fucking argument, and it's a straw man argument. It's made to be pulled apart by the most easiest of fucking observations. And that's what it is. With Trudeau, same thing. Blackface, give me a fucking break. How about the Yemen genocide, bro? But anyway, I'm disappointed. I thought we were getting some kind of change. And I feel like we went out to go get a new car, but then our stepdad or our dad or our mom's like, this is too expensive. We're going home. You can't get nothing. We're going to have to wait another 4 years for me to save up enough money to get you a fucking car. Sorry. Fuck. Same old fucking clunker. God damn it. So I know you guys, being Punjabi, if you're in India, you've got that guy Modi, and I don't think you like him. I'm not sure, but you know, if you do, let me know. It's a complicated issue. I don't understand it, but I know that guy's supposedly a dick. So I don't know if you love him, but as far as I hear, he's a dick. It's 11:30 in India, bro. And yesterday, I think it was Being Punjabi said, he's like, man, it's 23 hours ahead here, but he made a typo. I'm like, that's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. It's 23 hours, 23 and a half hours. That's what he said. Like, that's, I was like, so it's tomorrow there? That's fucking confusing. That's great. Yeah, it's 10:30 in the morning there, though, or probably closer to 11 now. He's probably thinking about grabbing some American or maybe some Canadian poutine right about now. Want some of that fine, delicious food. I hear, on a side note, I hear that India, they don't have beef in their restaurants. So, like, if you go to McDonald's, bro, they can only offer you McChickens and salads and shit. Weird, eh? I mean, I understand it. The reason I looked up for it, like, supposedly there's a sacred representation in one of their gods, but what I actually looked up was they're like, people have historians have said it's because cows give lots of milk, man. They're like their poop fertilizes the ground. They're life givers. So if you kill a cow, you're fucking up the life system. You know, that makes more sense. I'd rather have 100 million slices of cheese than a couple of hamburgers. You know. But anyway, that's just a way of thinking of it. Yo, straight up. What are you looking up? You're staring into the screen like fucking Slim Shady with your big beautiful eyes. Hey, your big beautiful eyes. Look at that shit. Oh, look, hold on. Look at that, guys. Look at him staring in there. Whoa. Says fuck off. Straight up. Yeah. You got any work this week? Did you do any work so far? It's like fucking Thursday now.
No.
That fucking sucks. I'm just taking a hit. Woo. Oh, fuck yeah. So we got to figure out a screening process for call-ins for the show. Because I took 3 calls and it was all the same guy from different numbers. I was like, wow, this is fucked. Oh, bro. Yeah, it was hilarious though. It was some teenager. I was fucking so pissed though. I was like, you're a maggot. You're nothing but a worthless maggot. You're a product of a broken home. Did your father beat you? I was screaming into the fucking phone. I wouldn't let him talk. And then you know what he started doing, James? He's like, pee pee poo poo, pee pee mama, your mom's he's like, your mom's a slut. He was trying to say that. And he's like, pee pee poo poo. I'm like, and I put it next to the microphone. I'm like, this is who we're dealing with, folks. Pee pee poo poo, pee pee poo poo. This is who we're dealing with. And then he started saying genocide and shit again. I pulled it away. When he started speaking, I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. You're not saying nothing more, you idiot. Nothing. You're silenced. You understand me? I win. Good fucking times. Yeah, sorry you can't see me, dude. It's a little. He's on the keyboard, so he can't see me.
Silence, dude.
I can see him. Yeah, straight up. I'm like, silence. Game of Thrones shit. Off with your motherfucking head, bitch. But anyway. I've never watched Game of Thrones. Have you? Is it any good? You never watched Game of Thrones, eh?
No.
Have you watched it?
Never watched.
No, I mean, people are always saying it's so fucking good. I never watched it. Check out Lilyhammer on Netflix. Lilyhammer's a good fucking show. Crime dramedy. I mean, crime comedy. Fuck. Crime comedy. That was not on purpose. I swear to fucking God, man. That was a total accident. So yeah, anyway. What's it like in the fucking place you're staying? Are you just like, is everyone sleeping now? Or you got like a bathroom you can use?
I like it. I like it here.
Yeah, straight up, eh?
I like it here.
The people are nice, eh? The renters are nice. Word up.
Yeah.
Does everybody smoke dope there or no?
What?
Does everybody smoke weed there?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yo, I want to show everybody your fucking cool hat there. That's for the moving, eh? The moving company? I just got a fucking text from my friend's girlfriend saying, are you up? I thought I changed his fucking number when I used the phone. He made that for the moving company. That's not made by the moving company. He made that hat. And it says Fusun Moving. And that's a real company. He made it for them. So just a little spectacle of our talents as graphic designer, his talents as a graphic designer, and what you could be looking at if you sponsor and or fucking buy some merch, you know? I'm going to be putting that up on Teespring soon and shit, you know? Not that particular, maybe that particular design too, but, you know. And he's also taking custom orders, so if you want some kind of graphic designs and shit, cheaper than you might think, and definitely more beautiful than you could imagine. So, especially shout out to all you sponsors out there. Check us out. We're lewd. We're crude. We got the right attitude, though. And we're working towards future. Pizza Hut. What's that? Towards the future. Straight up. Well, wouldn't it be nice to make $50 per podcast? We'll fucking have a set out fucking thing. I was thinking this is what some internet fucking Corey's World Family Guy fucking dude told me. He's like, man, you can reach out. He's actually from Canada, so he's pretty cool. He not because of that though. He's pretty smart, but he's like, I can't remember his channel name either. I'm sorry for not remembering it. God damn it! Now I'm getting too baked. I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say. No, but basically he said channels will give you money, or like they'll send you fucking. Let's say it's a weed company, James. They'll send you some of their products to advertise to show. So we'll just smoke it on camera. We'll be like, "Whoa, we're getting fucking ripped here, boys. You should buy this shit and use our fucking code, and you'll get 10% off, and we'll get more weed, and we can smoke more weed with you guys." And then fucking that's how it starts, buddy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't give a fuck about that. We can make money other ways with merch and shit. Peace out, dudes. Yo, Star Vision, thanks for watching. Peace out and love to you, buddy. God bless and live long, prosper. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, again next time it'll be more entertaining. I'm gonna look up some news segments and stuff. Last time he was. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good night. You're beautiful, baby. Make sure you slap like and or subscribe. Oh, James just hung up. But yeah, make sure you fucking smack like and or subscribe. We want to hear from you again, buddy. Thanks for watching, man. All right, I'll have to call James back. I'm not sure what happened then. I think he thought I was talking to him. Oh, fuck. We lost 2 soldiers in 1 broad stroke, I think. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oops, I brought up my menu here. Hold on. We're still here. There we go. All right. Well, it's just me and you, Soup Bar. But yeah, there we go. Well, that was our co-host. I'm gonna just let him know. Call me if you're still up or if you're not going to bed. I'm just gonna let him know what that was because that's pretty funny. I'm gonna send an audio clip. Oh, I gotta press an hold. Yeah, hey, sorry about that, man. I was actually talking to a viewer, James. So if you want to call me back, if you're gonna be up for a bit, man, we could chat. Sorry about that. I totally was talking to one of the viewers. He said peace out and shit. So I was just thanking him for watching. Sorry about if I was screaming in your ear. Call me back. So we'll see if he calls back. Oh, he's typing. He says fuck off. Oh my. Well, it's been a good show here tonight. Look at this. Hold on. Fuck off, he says. Okay, if you're going to bed. Word up. Well, there you go. That's some entertaining shit here for tonight. I've got a little bit of editing to do, taking out the hate slander. I'll probably read some shit that I was going to read before. Maybe check out a news article and shut her down there. But yeah, man. Thanks to everyone who did tune in. And being Punjabi, hey man, thank you very much for watching. I know you're one of our most loyal watchers so far. So, dude, you're getting a free T-shirt as soon as we fucking get that shit going. I'm sending you one all the way to India. I don't care how much it costs. Just let me know what you want. Could be a hat, could be a tee, could be anything you want, and we'll make it custom just for you. Yeah. Oh well, that's too bad. I don't know why he hung up though. That's the only thing that's like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Anyway, I want to try and harass someone else. It's 1:44 in the morning. Who could we harass right now? It might even be fun to harass my mother. That would be fucking sweet. She's fucking stony. She smokes a lot of dope too. Ooh, I'll just boop Nathan. See if he's awake. It's been a fun show. It's been a fun show. So about India, what's going on in India right now? There's this whole Kashmir thing. That's not in India. It's like near Pakistan or some shit, eh? If you want to comment on that fucking shit. But yeah, all I know is that shit's fucked up. I don't know about Kashmir, but I would say for Hong Kong, they're living under fucking Chinese government, man. So, hopefully they can get liberation. I don't know how you feel about Kashmir or whatever, but yeah, interesting to hear about. Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'm so broke right now. I'm gonna be eating some fucking buns with butter in the oven. That probably sounds like halfway decent. There's some fresh buns, but that's what I'm eating for dinner. Woo-hoo! Buns and butter in the oven. I'm an unemployed, unsponsored bum. I used to be a cleaner actually. I worked in an office building cleaning up fucking offices, and I got fired when I was punched in the face. And I didn't call the cops on the guy because they said they're going to fire him. And Yeah, they fired me. I lost my job over that. So if you get assaulted at work, no matter where you are, make sure you fucking report that shit. It sucks talking to the cops, but hey, it's better than losing your job and not getting any money for it. So I'm gonna try and sue and everything, but at this point, it's been 2 years, so there's some. I don't want to go into the full thing, but I'm trying to get some help for that lawsuit there. Didn't realize you hung up because he says fuck off. So I'm just letting him hung up. All right. Well, there you go. It was nice of him to call in, though. He did call me. Last night I called him, and it was during the election, or it was 2 nights ago. I believe it was on Monday. And he stayed on the phone. So he's a good co host. And Staples, what the fuck is his Instagram? I'm trying to remember. Joseph Albert Jamie, I think. Ah, fuck. Well, I'll put it in the description, anyways. It'll be up there tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna get on to some topics then. That's cool. Oh, there's a hot piece of tail I'm looking at getting with online. She's on the fucking Facebook. No, I don't want to hook up with her. She told me some uncomfortable news, and it's nothing to be grossed out about or whatever, but it kind of grossed me out. So I don't know. Now here's the thing. I'm looking at someone's Facebook thing 16 minutes ago. See? Yo, you're awake? Call me, Robbie. You awake, Robbie? My cousin. And call him again. Call him out 1:47 in the morning. Wake up, buddy. Now we're gonna hang up now. It says 60 minutes ago. So I'll just hang up. That's weird though. It's like, why the fuck did you call me at 2 in the morning, man? Says online. I don't know. Contact Mark Zuckerberg. Tell him. Tell him there's a flaw in the system. Call Mark Zuckerberg and you let him know. You were woken up because someone thought you was online. God damn it. All right. Well, we'll look at some articles there before we shut her down. Booyah, baby. I definitely have to spend like 10, 20 minutes adding some beeps and shit to the fucking swear words, and not the swear words, but at all. Those are cool. Oops, Pornhub's still open. Whoopsies. An alternative to Pornhub is XX and X. They're pretty good. They're not representing me, but the thing I find, and here's a conspiracy theory. Oh, here's a conspiracy theory about porn sites. For the first little bit, there's good videos, but then you type in results, and the results are not what you type in. You type in like something specific, and it's very close to what you typed in. But then it turns into fucking something really close. Like you type in reverse cowgirl, which is a certain position, but then it'll be that. Then it'll be like missing key things in your search. I don't know, but I thought that was like it's like viewer manipulation to keep you watching much longer. And I got some of that conspiracy theory from Sam Tripoli, Tinfoil Hat podcast. Check it out. That's a straight up solid conspiracy podcast. It's about an hour long. It's worth it though. And they go over a lot of shit. All right, so we're looking at some fucking news articles here. Here we go. Here we go. Western premiers warn of frustration. Loading, loading, loading. Western premiers. This is from nationalpost.com. This is right after the election. Okay, here we go. Here we go. October 22nd, 2019, published by Jesse Cinder and Mara Forrest. Oh, two writers. Western premiers warn of frustration and alienation after election result sharpens regional divisions. Ottawa, Alberta Premier. Oh, it says Ottawa. Alberta Premier Jason Kenney warned of deepening Western resentments on Tuesday, following a federal election that sharpened the divides between the prairies and Ottawa and laid the groundwork for a potentially raucous parliamentary session this winter. I don't know what raucous means. RAUCOUS. Parliamentary session this winter. If this is him quoted, if the frustration and alienation in Alberta continues to mount, it will pose a very serious challenge to national unity. Oh, he's saying that they're going to try and leave. Maybe. I don't know. Kennedy said, repeating earlier warnings about rising separatist sentiments in the province. Oh my God. Kennedy said he would launch a panel of experts to consult with Albertans about how to better assert fairness in the Federation quoted. As distrust toward Ottawa's environmental policies grows, Kenny on Tuesday said he spoke with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau about potential deals that the province could strike with Ottawa as a way to ensure the expansion of the Trans Mountain Pipeline, potentially including a higher tax on provinces' heavy emitters of carbon. I assume they're saying it just trails off. The relationship needs some good faith from Ottawa, and if it doesn't get that, I feel the alienation is going to go into a very problematic direction, Kennedy said. Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe said that the federal election results confirm there's a fire of frustration burning in Western Canada, and it's time for a new deal with Ottawa. Now, I could agree to some of that. Okay, here we go. The path of our federal government has been on the last 4 years. Okay, yeah, has divided our nation, Moe said in a statement. Last night's election results showed the sense of frustration and alienation in Saskatchewan, a western province. It's or whatever, eastern maybe, is now greater than it has been at any point in my lifetime. On Monday, Trudeau X'd out a narrow minority government on Monday, dropping from 184 seats in 2015 to 157. The result marked the lowest share of overall vote ever won by a winning party, and stoked new. Who is this written by? Ever won by a winning party? Okay, there. That's a little redundant, I think. And stoked new fears that Ottawa was losing touch with both prairie provinces and with Quebec. All but one of the 48 seats in Alberta and Saskatchewan went to the Conservatives, while the Bloc de Québécois surged from 10 seats in 2015 to 32 as regional alliances appeared to firm up. Canadians woke up this morning to a more divided country. I'll agree with that, though. Yeah, that was from Andrew Scheer, Conservative leader. Ugh, can't believe I just agreed with him. Rex Murphy says Western anger was hot before Monday's election. Now it's molten. Don Braid, why Trudeau has to go ahead with a Trans Mountain Pipeline. Oh, these are other stories. My bad. I might read some of those later. In his post-election speech, Trudeau sidestepped most of the separatist angst felt by some portions of the country, saying the Liberals had won a clear mandate to govern. Yeah, right. Fraud. He said he would work to ensure that the voice of Quebec can be heard, and even more in Ottawa. After this election win, his message to Alberta and Saskatchewan, which he called an essential part of our great country, was slightly more subdued. I've heard your frustration, and I want to be there to support you, he said platitudinally. I made the last word here. I added the last one. Trudeau's election win comes amid a growing sense of Western alienation in Alberta over frustrations in the province's battered oil and gas sectors. Years of regulatory and legal wrangling has snarled major pipeline projects like Trans Mountain expansion, forcing many producers to sell their oil at steep discounts and bleeding hundreds of billions in lost revenues. Yo, that what does he say? Following, hold on, I'll critique in a minute. Following the establishment of a minority Liberal government propped up by the NDP, many in Calgary's corporate towers are already anxious over whether Trans Mountain expansion could become a political football this winter. Political football is what he's calling the biggest fucking infrastructure project in all fucking Canadian history. He wants to fucking call it a fucking political football. We need to stop this fucking pipeline immediately. It's a big waste of money, and it's a pipeline right to the, like he says, right there. I'm sorry for interrupting this, but right there, corporate towers, Calgary's corporate towers are already anxious over whether Trans Mountain expansions could become political. Fuck you, buddy. Anyway, not the writer, the commenter, whoever that is a little weasel looking for his fucking lick of the trough. Anyway, as of Tuesday evening, well over 150,000 Albertans had signed an online petition that called for the province to separate from the country. See, that kind of shit is ridiculousness. You see, I'll show you this picture. Canada, there's a guy with a truck. Okay, some fucking redneck motherfucker. The signs say Canada United, freedom is not cheap, do not give it away, grain on the Trans Mountain oil in the pipes. See, like, this motherfucker's driving in a beat up old pickup truck. He's obviously some kind of disenfranchised fellow, and he's been told that he's going to get an oil job. Meanwhile, they don't give a fuck about the average Canadian, man. We need a Green New Deal. Anyway, I'll keep reading this. We need to restructure our energy grid to something that feeds everyone instead of something that feeds just the very top fucking people and anybody willing to jump on down to Alberta to build a fucking pipeline for a few months before being discarded with no fucking benefits and shit. All right, here we go. A poll by Angus Reid Group established in January found that 72% of Western Canadians believe they are generally not treated fairly. Quote, it says in quotations, treated fairly. By Ottawa, compared to just 49% of the Eastern Canadians responding the same way. Alberta led Western provinces, with 83% of the respondents saying that Ottawa treated their province unfairly. Oh my. Fears in the oil patch were further stoked on Tuesday after news reports emerged that Husky Energy, oh boy, they've got a lot of stuff against them, Husky Energy, had laid off a number of employees amid years of low oil prices. The company did not specify how many people would lose their jobs as part of the cuts. Some observers on Tuesday downplayed east-west tensions, saying much of the angst in Alberta over pipeline politics is a failure to recognize much deeper lying problems. Yeah. Foremost, the lack of land agreements with the First Nations that have snarled major projects. See, it's pretty sad that the only thing stopping these massive fucking oil pipelines from fucking over the economy for 50 years to come and keeping us tethered to the petrodollar monopoly for 50 years to come is rights that they barely even recognize of First Nations people who were genocided to make way for the white man. And look at my skin. Do I look fucking super duper native? I might have a little bit of native blood. Not enough to brag about. But holy fuck. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to take some water. Beautiful. It's not just that. It's a failure to recognize people as a part of our democracy. That's really what it is, in my opinion. Kenny, the dumbass, Kenny the dick licker, we'll call him for now, for his part, roundly rejected the idea of Alberta separatism, saying it would only serve to bar the province from building new infrastructure. We're not going to get 1 inch closer to a pipeline by closing in on ourselves as a landlocked jurisdiction, he said. Yeah, seriously. Like, what the fuck? You guys are stupid, eh? These separatists don't realize that if they cut off that province, then they're not going to be able to build the pipeline and shit. Like, plus, I think the American military will back Ottawa in a fucking terrible, terrible conflict that won't last long at all. That's my opinion. That's what they want, too. They want all these people snubbed out quickly so they don't have to fucking deal with anybody. I'm telling you, this is what they want. They want there to be a separation conflict. They love that shit. The resurgence, instead of us realize they're fucking us. The resurgence of the Bloc de Québécois, meanwhile, is perhaps the starkest example of new regional divisions in Canada, with the Sovereigntist Party winning 32% of Quebec's 78 seats on Monday night. The Bloc's rise all but shut the NDP out of Quebec, leaving New Democrats with a single seat in Montreal. There's these fancy little maps showing how Canada voted. How the first top one in 2011, next 2015. So the red's the Liberal, orange NDP, blue being Conservative. Okay, they're saying that back in 2011 that everybody only voted NDP or Conservative, and you know what? I actually believe that shit, and that's what I'm saying. I don't believe this fucking election right now that nobody voted for NDP. Back then, when they had a strong leader, Jack Layton, and I believe he was assassinated with a death ray that gave him cancer. But people call me crazy. This is a conspiracy show, right? Now, this is this year's. Now, there's actually 2 different shades of blue, and I assume the second shade of blue is the separatists or whatever the fuck they're talking about. So there we go. Moving on. Leader Yves Francois Blanchet has portrayed his party. How far are we down here? Okay, we're almost done. His party as a true defender of Quebec values. He reiterated his promise on election night to work only toward advancing Quebec's interests in Ottawa. If what is proposed is good for Quebec, you can count on us, he told supporters. But if not, The bloc will stand in the way. Yeah, like a fucking block, a bunch of blockheads. All right. Blanchette has been clear that the bloc will not push for Quebec independence in the immediate future, but its priorities will no doubt include insisting that Ottawa never get involved in a legal challenge of Bill 21. Oh my God. Quebec's controversial secularism law and seeking more autonomy for Quebec on immigration and other matters. I can agree with them on like if they want to be snobs about immigration or some shit, and that's actually a real thing. But you can't even trust the integrity of what the fuck they're saying because the votes even in our own country here. You really think that most of the country voted for liberals? You're crazy. I have a feeling that Justin Trudeau winning has more to do with a fucked up system and that involves seats and shit. Because halfway through the thing, it didn't even show me that. It didn't even show us that. They had enough seats. It said the whole time the Liberals had way more seats. I was like, this is retarded. Anyway, moving on. Bill 21 is the secularism law is to ban religious headwear in positions of authority, as far as I know, or in work, which I fucking think is ridiculous. And I don't, it's against the reason they want to secede. Well, you can't do that in Canada. That's why they want to be their own country. It's fucking ridiculous to secede over something so small and stupid. A strong bloc presence in the parliament could further exacerbate tensions with the West, as the party is adamant that no new pipeline will be built through Quebec. Oh, wow. And opposes the Trans Mountain expansion? The bloc, I'm surprised by that. The bloc will be collaborative unless it's a question of transporting more oil across our country, Blanchett said during a speech this Monday night. Wow. Well, I just gained a little bit more respect for whoever that dink is. I fucking hate the pipelines. That's like my main hate passion project for now. I'm not against hatred. You just gotta direct it right where it needs to go, like to fucking people who are poisoning the environment, poisoning the water, don't give a fuck, and use their legal shit to give you like what $150,000 for your little newborn that died. They just did a report. I was supposed to feature it, but I probably won't tonight. I'll probably save it for tomorrow. That 90% of baby foods have lead and shit in them. And if you don't think that the Nazis fucking won World War II, you're mistaken. Project Paperclip. Hashtag Project Paperclip. Look it up on Wikipedia. If that's not a fucking biased source of information that tells the truth, I don't know what the fuck would be in this situation. They're giving you the fucking straight up truth. If they're gonna lie to you, they would have fucking hid it. Anyway, back to this fucking article. It's basically over now. Bloc MP Riel Fortin, former interim leader, said the other parties were hampered to having appeal to voters across the country with different priorities, while the Bloc focuses only on Quebec. We want to please their voters in the West with pipeline. They want to please their voters in the West with pipelines, while here in Quebec we say no. He told reporters on Monday, people want to be represented by people who understand them, who represent their values. McGill University political scientist Daniel Beeland told National Post last week that the Bloc Quebecois' rise in popularity is partially due to a sense that Quebec and Francophones are under attack, he said. He refers to Kenney's attacks on federal equalization program and other Ontario Doug Premier Ford's cuts to Francophone services. Quebecers have also been sensitive to outside criticism of Bill 21, which is popular in the province. And that's the end of that particular article. There's a few more there. Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, this is what we're dealing with in Canada. You asked about Quebec there, Super. We're dealing with these kind of silly things. Now, I actually dated a woman who grew up in Quebec, and she says most people that she's ever talked to think that that's the silliest thing ever. Quebec talking about leaving, and most people don't really think it's a great idea. But the problem is that the voice of people who are disenfranchised by economic things like the pipeline, like basing our economy around oil, they've lost their jobs. Even manufacturing, a lot of the jobs probably have been shipped to China. I know that's the truth in the States. I don't know about here, but I should be more educated about that. But they use that as a mechanism to say, fucking, oh, we're going to secede and don't challenge us on this fucking racist bill. Now, I can see one exception. If you're talking about a full face garb that covers up your face, I don't think that should be allowed in public office or whatever, or as a paramedic. But anything short of that, like a hijab, man, why are you going to try to take that from someone? They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable. I could see the fact like that being a problem because that's kind of weird and security, and it's bad for someone's mental health to be covered up. That's my main point. Is it's not good for the person underneath to be hiding their face all the time to feel like they have to hide. Imagine feeling like you had to hide your face. Imagine feeling like you had to stay inside all the time. You know, it's a terrible way to be. I suffer from a little bit of agoraphobia myself. You know, sometimes it's hard to leave the house, but you just got to do it. Get out there and see that people think you're damn pretty once you take off your thing there. You know, people think you're beautiful. That's partially the reason they say that they're trying to keep that shit going, though, because they're the most beautiful women, and it'll drive men crazy. So, but yeah, there you have it. You know, some populism policies and it's just puppetry. What we're dealing with right now is just to make the people dance and think a certain thing, and ignore what's really going on. People are fucking us, and if they get us fighting with each other, then we won't be fighting with them. We won't be going after them. We won't use this angst saying, "Oh, we're going to separate." We won't use this angst to go after all these people who are saying pipelines and fucking. Well, that's the main thing. I mean, our fresh waters have lost a lot of protection under the last fucking 25 years. That's fucking for sure. So, it's the same in any country you go to. When there's even a question of who is the government working for, it's always corporations first, then the fucking party, and then the fucking public opinion, and then the fucking voters. And then after the voters, the actual well good of the nation and the people. Far, far behind. It's not their first priority. You know what I mean? When there was a crash here in Ottawa, the buses, it might not sound like much. 15 or 16, maybe 18 people died. I can't remember. And 15 people, or 18, I can't remember. It was swapped. One of them was swapped. It's about 30. Lost their limbs, and 15 were killed. Okay, so that's a big thing in the capital, and that was on a public bus, an OC Transpo. Somebody pays $3. This wasn't a private coach bus or something. Okay, this public transit. This happened. It was a fucking national tragedy and a disaster. Like, this is a big thing for Canada. There's not a lot of fucked up shit happening in Canada. This was a fucking national tragedy. And what was the response of the not the premiers, but the people in fucking Ontario, like the local MPs, the members of parliament? They took their kids on the double-decker buses and rode them all day back and forth as part of a campaign to show that the buses were still safe. That's a fucking fact. That's one of the main things that fucking got me steamed up enough to write my first article, which I haven't released yet. But I should. The work's already all done. I should do it now. My level has gone up of being an orator on camera, So, and that's partially in thanks to you guys. So thanks for fucking watching. Fucking right. But yeah, man, it's just sad to see fucking us being pitted against each other. Like, this is fucking disgusting, and we need some real people. I'm not saying myself. I'm not saying I'm a hero, but like myself, like-minded like myself, that are willing to fucking put themselves on the line to be fucking criticized, to be pulled into the dirt. And that's what I intend to do, man. I'm going to start upping my education to a level where I know what's going on in the world a little bit more, where I know how money's made and how businesses are fucking comprised and how you upgrade your employees' skill sets so that they don't stay at the bottom or even the middle, that they can join you in the top and help you, and you can expand it. If I get like fucking 10% from some work I'm not even doing, man, that's fat cat living. Jeez. So I wouldn't want to take advantage of anybody, but I'm saying, that's how business works. So not that you take advantage of people, that you make a small percentage while you sit on your fat ass. That's how bosses work. That's why I don't support capitalism in the pure sense. I think a hybrid of democratic socialism and capitalism was where it'd be at, but not even capitalism, because that's such an ugly word. Ugh, sounds like Nazism, All right, so we might read another thing there. I definitely have to urinate there now, though. Let's see. Look at these articles. Election 2019. Andrew Coyne. Now, take all systems turns too many voters into losers and leaders into gamblers. Alrighty there, buddy. That sounds very, let's see. Colby Kosh, the first step to Western Brethren is Wexit in your heart. Oh, no. We're going to read about this. Wexit. First, I'm going to take a little urination break. If you're still watching there, being Punjabi, it says you are. Please allow me 30 seconds to empty my bladder. I will play a musical track, and I'll be right back. The song is by Wax and it's called Old Ways from the album Scrub Life around 2014. You can check it, buy it, or watch it for free on YouTube.
I ain't left my crib in 7 days more. I haven't showered in 3 days, haven't shaved before. There's no reason to be showering and shaving for when every day's a carbon copy of the day before. The only people that I see anymore are my roommates and the clerk at the convenience store. Me and him used to chat in a friendly way. Now he shakes his head and lectures me for drinking every day. Of course I understand, I'm so clear, but I'm lost in the wonderland and cold fear. And the only thing I fear is being sober, because the tears will come out. So I choose to fall out and dumb out. My brain cells are like nervous cells dying. A little juice left, but I'm sure as hell trying to kill them all like Metallica Dunny. Rock and roll lifestyle, minus the sex and the money. I'm a dummy. I ain't left my house for days. I've gone back to my old ways. I'm just drinking, sleeping, not eating, treating every day like it's the weekend. This is not how I was raised. I don't search for them women much, even though I yearn for women in touch.
Oh, fuck yeah. Old Ways, back to my old ways. Fuck, can I ever relate to that song? All right, well. Let's see what the fuck we're doing here, lad. Probably read one more article for the night there. See if anything else is on my brain. How long is this fucking article? Not very long at all. Okay, perfect. This is about, this article is about, I believe, Alberta trying to secede. So it says, it's from the nationalpost.com, a pretty right-wing kind of a, well, right-wing for Canada, kind of a publication. You know, they do some good reporting though, sometimes. Okay. Colby Kosh, the first step, Western Brethren, is to wex it in your hearts. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. It's not even a sentence, basically. Okay. All right. This article was published October 23rd, 2019, which was yesterday. Before the evening of the federal election, you began to see an odd fact being observed. As the polls appeared to be shaping up, it looked as though the best practical outcome for Alberta, Saskatchewan, and the allied resource-producing areas of the Confederation might be an outright Liberal majority. The fear was that the New Democrats, who seemed to be gathering strength in the last week of the campaign, might capture a minority position in the House of Commons, strong enough to force the Liberals to renounce the last pathetic shred of their grand carbon tax bargain, the Trans Mountain pipeline expansion. Needless to say, this realization did not motivate a wave of strategic voting for Liberals in Alberta. I would have to admit that Alberta's politics are not exactly dominated by calm, ludic strategic judgment at the moment. Anyway, their performance in the province ended up comparing unfavorably to the vote totals generally attained by Trudeau. The first is really saying something. The first of which is really saying something. Of course, the New Democratic Party didn't deliver the national performance that was expected of them either. Glamorous wonderkin, oh my, Jagmeet Singh. That's wonderkin is spelled not wonder, but it's spelled suspiciously German. The glamorous wonderkin Jagmeet Singh, who I like very much, personally, in my own opinion. I think he's fucking great. As far as the rest of them, he might be bought and paid for, but I think he's pretty cool. The shit he's saying is great. That's what we need to hear. May, in some sense, have rescued his party from the McLaughlin McDonan. Jesus fuck. McLaughlin McNogan electoral doldrums. But its House of Commons position in Quebec and Toronto were annihilated, leaving us all to wonder what or where the federal NDP is really for and how it might pivot during a Liberal minority. The Liberals have been left in a fairly strong position to govern by the standards of all minorities. All it takes is an intelligent strategic management on the part of the Prime Minister's office, he said, typing what is sure to be the most iron-heavy all in history of the English language. It seems that the clear Conservative result, generating a caucus that looks to be 36 seats smaller than the Liberals, with more of overall votes, stands in condemnation of the Conservative electoral strategy. Andrew Scheer's party improved strongly on prior Conservative results in Greater Alberta, which it already owned as it was weaker almost everywhere but Newfoundland, and failed to make headway in territory that ought to have been promising for a Conservative opposition, or for any other party trying to build a coalition of entrepreneurs and workers in an industry and resources. British Columbia and the big Ontario cities that aren't Toronto On Tuesday, David Akin tweeted a list of 20. I think someone on the chat yesterday mentioned this guy. David Akin tweeted a list of 20 of the largest majorities achieved by any candidate in the election. This proved to be a tragicomic recitation of 20 conservatives in all 20 Alberta ridings. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, from the National Post. The Conservatives can't reasonably condemn a fast-paced post-electoral system whose replacement they work to sabotage in committee. Even if what everybody remembers is the government's childish abandonment of the reform, and I don't expect them to condemn it, despite the this guy's a fucking $2 word spitter. The Chortling of liberal commentators, and the question is whether they are prepared to actually accept the logic of first past the post, which recommends an election strategy that will work in Skeena and Algoma, and perhaps gives just a little ground to people in Medicine Hat. My mistake. One can't help remembering that the Conservative leadership contest that gave us Andrew Scheer was carefully calibrated to the weights of an FPTP electoral map. It's as if the party followed a recipe in a cookbook to the letter, but somehow got a pound of overdone pork belly instead of the expected chocolate souffle. What the fuck is this guy talking about? So this is not what I thought it was. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll finish it. There's like a paragraph left. This guy's a fucking, I don't know, a real Dr. Seuss, isn't he? I don't know what the right conservative strategy looks like, but the one they implemented ain't working. It ain't working, guys. And if it's a question of changing leaders, I have not heard a good answer in favor of whom? Voters in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and sympathetic neighboring zones probably need to consider a political strategy that isn't centered so much on Parliament or the Conservative Party, which seemingly can no longer afford to let itself be treated as our private property. The gap between ourselves and the rest of the country is, at this point, awfully wide, and the dialogue is garbled by tone, policying, paranoid, and mutual resentment. See, there you go. Right there, they're saying the fucking country's against them. It's ridiculous, man. The natural corollary to this is not necessarily blind and unconditional separatism. In fact, the prairie premiers have all delivered strong and explicitly federalist messages in the wake of the election. In the case of, I wonder why. In the case of the Alberta Premier, Jason Kenney, this comes with an implied background threat of a firewall-like tactics that his provincial referendum on equalization recognition is still, for whatever it might be worth, sitting in the toolbox. But that would probably be most useful to him strategically. What would be is Western voters to start sending non-electoral signals that their paramount loyalty to Canada really has been compromised. Oh my God. That is fucking terrible thing to say. Especially you're representing people. Sure, go ahead and print bumper stickers, but they won't get it done. Separatism from Canada may not be practical for Greater Alberta any more than leaving the Union is for backing the citizens in the United States. Does this stop Black Americans or other American minorities for resisting the ruling power? What is this guy on about, lads? Jesus Christ, he's talking babble. They do it by subventing and challenging symbols of national unity. the flag, the anthem, holidays, and public statutory, even the military, if it comes to that, when it comes to Wexit. I am not even so much scornful of the practicalities as I am skeptical of the underlying mentality. Until I can see Alberta hockey crowd boo, "Oh Canada," I think we will go on pleading futilely for more conversation in the national agora. And see, this is the end of the article. This guy's saying what I'm fucking saying. If you guys really think that these talks are for real, when it comes down to the actual trying to leave Canada, it's not going to happen, and it's going to be, if anything, if you guys keep pushing, and I'm not saying it should be, but they're going to fucking do the same thing that they did to Iraq, man. They're going to call everybody a fucking separatist terrorist fucking piece of garbage. They're going to use that to come in and kill people, and it's going to be the biggest slaughter in fucking our beautiful history as a country. Not really beautiful, but like, as our country, as our history, as my favorite country in the world. Since I was born here, I'm a little biased, but you know what I mean? So, if you choose to be apathetic, which a lot of people are, and it shows because a lot of people like myself didn't vote. I'm anything but apathetic, but I can get into that later. I should have voted, but I didn't. I didn't have time, man. I'm trying to stay alive. No, I was actually doing a live debate thing, so I said, fuck that. If you want to be apathetic, you're going to have to deal with people screaming about separatism as soon as they don't fucking get what they want. Now, I'm not saying they don't have legitimate concerns, but the answer is not separatism. The answer is fucking going after the scumbags, whether they're conservative, liberal, or God forbid, NDP being scumbags. You got to go after them. You got to hold people to the fire, hold their feet to the fire, and make sure that no matter who you think they are, if you think there's some grand hero, they could be just as much bought and paid and sold for and controlled opposition to, the best fucking ideas that we could have as a nation, like a fucking guaranteed jobs program, like protections on the housing market and the fucking renting prices. Here in Ottawa, it goes up 30% a year. It's fucking crazy. And it's not 30% a month, but if you look at it annually, it's 30% more money. And most people look at it financials quarterly and fucking yearly. You know what I mean? Quarterly, probably semi, and fucking I know they say quarterly though. So that's what I'm talking about, man. There's something really dark and evil in this fucking country, and it's very fucking hard to see because we don't have as many people here in Canada as we do the United States. So really not that big of a country compared, but we're actually much bigger. So we really have a big responsibility here to be leaders of the world and not just be backseat in a fucking crazy discussion of Quebec talking about leaving and fucking Western Alberta thinking about leaving and talking about leaving. Who do you think made up that talking point? Oh, we should probably leave this Canada. We could be our own country here we've got all the oil. Holy fuck, man. It's disgusting to hear. What have all the wars in the last 25 years been about, and probably beyond? They've been about protecting the petrodollar. So, and if you think that the United States is just going to go ahead and do business with you guys instead of Canada, I don't know, maybe with like the craziness of Trump. I don't understand the guy, but maybe with something crazy like that. Other than that, that'll never fly, man. If anything, they'll be coming in to protect their massive share of that because they get most of the money and saying, "Listen, you little fuckers." So it's fucked to hear them saying this shit. Anything you hear, you got to hear. You got to think. Anything you hear, even in Canada, it's less worse in Canada. But anything you hear besides like on shows like this is put through a fucking independent media, is put through a filter and a fucking lens of corporate sponsorship. So even in here in Canada, we have some fucking weapons manufacturers and stuff supporting the economy barely. They just pay taxes. That's all they do. They provide jobs to like a few people who are fucking psychotic, probably. Maybe a few good people too, but mostly fucking nutbars. And there's nothing wrong with liking weapons to protect yourself. Nothing at all. But when you think about fucking selling them to fucking Saudi Arabia, what the fuck are you talking about, you traitor? Jesus Christ. Ask Trudeau. Ask fucking Harper. They're fucking probably drinking tea with each other. They love each other, man. These guys are buddy-buddy. Trudeau's like, oh, hey, Harper, since you're still the premier of Alberta and everything, because that's where he went. He didn't retire, that scumbag. Everybody thought he did. You can have fucking Western Canada, and I'll take this piece and we'll all have tea. Fucking cunts.
They're all cunts. They're all cunts. Until I see proof, I assume that everybody is a cunt. And I won't say Elizabeth May because you can't say that about women, or you could, but it's very rude. I'd say she's just fucking backseat and probably bought. So I would say she's control opposition. Anyway, folks, here we'll keep her going for another few minutes. I'm probably gonna have a bowl, and then I'm gonna have a bowl of food, dog food. It's like bachelor chow. It's very nice. You add some milk to it. Eat it with a spoon, heat it up, whatever you want. And then I'm probably going to close off for the night. We started a little rocky. I honestly thought about shutting down the broadcast, but that's what those trolls wanted. They wanted me to shut her down and start editing right away and panic. All I'm going to do is probably make a report to YouTube standards and say, I'm not sure if you guys want me to contact local law enforcement. I don't know what we'll do here. I'm going to attempt to censor the part what they were saying, the genocide shit. And yeah, that's fucked up, man. Fucked up. Calling and insult me, call me a loser, insult Canada, whatever you want to do. The only thing you can't fucking do is advocate violence on the show. That's it. Only one thing. So, the only one thing you can't do. If you want to call up and try to be a white supremacist, I'll fucking argue with you. I'll fucking tell you you're wrong. I'll give you like 10 minutes to say what you're going to say, and I'll tell you, listen, this is why you're wrong. Because this is an attitude that excludes the best minds and the best fucking bodies and the most loyal citizens and fucking tosses them out for people who will fucking believe a fear-based fucking policy. And these are the weaker people. That's the fucking straight up truth. Who's going to be more loyal? Someone who fucking's like, oh, fuck immigrants, we're going to secede from Canada? Or an immigrant that comes here to fucking study, learn, gets a bunch of knowledge, gets a babe or whatever, and fucking they're going to be much more loyal to our nation than some fucking crazy separatist, racist, oil wanting fucking dummy. It just doesn't logically, it doesn't make sense. Anybody who thinks that immigrants are coming here to cause problems, no, they're not, man. If there's fucking crazy radicals going anywhere, it's not going to be to Canada. We barely do anything. We do some things, they're fucked, but we're not the source. They're going to fucking go bother our brothers down in the States, which is fucked up. But we're not the fucking targets. So why? I don't know why I keep hearing that from people, and it pisses me off. I also hear that some of the immigrants, particularly people target, say Somalia, they're loudmouth and they're disrespectful and all this shit. Man, you're gonna meet one or two fucking young teenage men who are running on the streets, probably drinking good alcohol for the first time, who are gonna cause some shit. How do you let one fucking person represent an entire community? That's what I just don't get. It's fucking ridiculous. It's sad. And anybody who really, really thinks and believes shit that these callers who were calling earlier were saying, they have a mental issue. They have like a mental deficiency. And, you shouldn't like it. You shouldn't feel bad for them. But you got to recognize what it is. It's a mental problem. They have I'm not saying they're retarded, but they're basically, their IQ is lower because they're so fucking deprived of social connectivity, validation, love. I think that those particular calls are probably just trolls, but I could see there's probably some dad issues with someone who would say racist things, or like, they're raised by their mom and their mom's not there a lot. Their mom works a lot. That's what I think that caller had their issue. But that's just a little bit of Freudian examination, most likely just a kid who's drunk trolling on YouTube. Besides the fucking violent shit, that was hilarious, man. If you want to call up and make fun of me, I advise you to, because I'm actually not the most prestigious man in the world, like I've got my flaws. I think I do a better job than the fucking goof we have now, though, Trudeau. I feel bad for Trudeau in a way. I don't feel bad for him because he's a traitor and shit. I feel bad because he's so dumb, he's so dopey. He looks like a cartoon character. He seems like a cartoon character. But when you get down to it, I'm sure he's probably not even making the moves and pulling the strings, but he's the face of it. He's the one who, he could say something about it to a microphone. But again, I don't really feel bad for him. I just think it's kind of sad, He seems like a likable guy. I wish I could like him, but he's such a goofy fucking idiot. He does so many fucked up things. I can't fucking give him a pass. No one can. No one in this country likes him, and it's sad. It's sad to see. He could have been like a fucking actor. That's what he should have done. Justin Trudeau should be an actor. He should be in movies. He should be doing stuff that he understands how to do. He shouldn't be fucking advocating for oil pipelines while pretending that he gives a fuck about Native people. He doesn't give a fuck about any people. He doesn't give a fuck about a single Canadian. It doesn't make him bad. It just makes him a rich elitist fucking dummy who's been raised up to be a shit weasel. I mean, at first I heard his dad was great. Then I start hearing he's a fucking dink who fucking threw shit at workers while he's flying by in a train. He threw a pile of shit on them or some fucked up thing. I'm like, what a cunt. That guy's a cocksucker. And I also heard rumors that Justin Trudeau's real father is Fidel Castro. So I don't know about that one, but scary stuff. Anyway. Oh shit, I'm out of water. Drink this last bit of coffee here. Hopefully I didn't drink a bug. Ew. Have another little pip. Have a pipsqueak bowl here. I guess we'll go for maybe like a solid 3. Fuck it. I could probably find something else to talk about. I gotta edit this shit anyways. But maybe not. We'll see. Oh, weird. I've got different time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am stoned. I'm like, oh, I got different times on these devices here. One of these says 2:45, but one of them says 2:30 in the morning. I'm not sure what's going on here. Yep, 2:30 a.m. here in Canada. The beautiful capital, my hometown of Ottawa. Yes, sirree, Bobby Brown. Yes, sirree, Bobby Brown. Mm, 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 mm. I've been doing this show nearly a year, and I think it's pretty clear why the fuck it is I'm here. I'm staring out my window, wondering how the fuck the future's gonna get through, blundering at every chance and opportunity that I get. I come out only holding my regrets and my thoughts and opinions to myself. I'm looking out at the mirror for my mental health while I smoke a bong and rap on the song. You can't keep freestyling for too long. I got a mind that spits before the thought is thunk. And if you want to fuck with me, I'll put you in a ball and slam dunk your ass on the court. If you want to retort, I'll fuck you up with any one of my cohorts. We're a crew of pirates, and we'll fuck you up. And you let out a sigh. It's pathetic how you fuck with the bitch like me that's prophetic. And anyway, yeah. Nearly diabetic because I'm eating so many sugars and sweets I can't regret it. The vagina and the pussy that I taste is so delicious and it makes me want to baste my motherfucking sauces all over the girl. But before I do, I'll take another fucking whirl on this pipe and shut the fuck up before I lose ya. I don't give a fuck if you want to choose another motherfucking show to watch. Maybe a big old sweaty man whose balls and salad you can toss. It's pathetic how people try to take me on. I'd rather whenever I say on, I always go to use tampon, and that's not something I want to say, so I'll just cut it there. Yeah. Hitting the bowl, just letting you know. Anybody wants to try and fuck with my flow, they get fucked in the a-hole, throwing it on the street, smelling the shit in the motherfucking garbage and my stinky feet. Because I toss my socks out. Bitches try to fuck with me, they shit talk. Anyway, this is a multi-platform fucking. Look at this beautiful man. Look at this beautiful man. Oh, that was a beautiful picture of Justin Trudeau. I'm like, man, this guy shouldn't be here. This is not him. He should be a fucking a lame comedian like fucking Steven, what's his name? Not Stephen Harper. The other one there, the Steve, the old one, Steve Martin, like a funny but not funny kind of guy. That's what he should be doing. And he sold his soul. He was forced into this. That's how if I ever make the cartoon that I'm planning, he's going to be like this pathetic character who's just trying to like please the image of his dead dad. Because he said in a speech, he's like, I am not some petty guy trying to please the dead spirit of my father. It's like, no, clearly not. There, you just made an impassioned statement about it. You're clearly not fucking concerned with the dead ghost of your father. That's why you're prime minister. I would believe that if you were fucking any other job. If you worked at Tim Hortons, you said that, I'd be like, I fucking believe you, bro. I can't believe your dad was prime minister and you're sitting here serving me Timbits. But that's where he should be, working Tim Hortons, working on a B-budget movie with me. But instead, he's out there fucking being a traitor. And I don't think it's on purpose. I think he's just so dumb and he's got a family, If people tell you to do something, you fucking do it when you're in that position. Unless you're a fucking real patriot, then you fucking make the rules with the people's fucking words. You know what the people want. All you got to do is fucking go and talk to people. You figure out what the fuck they want. They don't want to separate from Canada. They want fucking jobs. They want fucking guarantees that, you know, citizens are going to get benefits before people from other places. And I'm not saying that the people from other places shouldn't get benefits, but it pisses people off when they see, and I'm not saying I don't think that refugees should get homes, but when they see refugees come and get homes and there's a bunch of homeless people and all this stuff, so, you know, it pisses them off. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't take refugees. There's enough room in Canada for everybody. There's enough housing for everybody. Here's the problem. They don't want to fucking give away money to fucking people. Oh, they don't want to fucking let people in with low income, even though they can afford to rent a house. They're not going to rent it to you. How do I know this? I fucking applied to all the buildings in this area, including this one. Before I had a job, I had social assistance payments of $1,100. Okay, disability pension for those of you who want to make fun of me. Okay, for PTSDs. If you want to make fun of my abuse, that's fine. It's fucked me up. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just letting you know that's why I'm on ODSP. I was fucking abused. But anyway, now I feel like fucking I'm talking about my abuse story here. But anyway, all it takes is fucking somebody who fucking has been on the fucking level, and you can see what this shit's about, man. It's fucking ridiculous. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but holy fuck, man. Oh yeah, but I tried to here we go. I tried to get a place to rent, and before I got a job, they said, "Oh, well, you can afford the rent, but you won't be able to buy groceries, so we don't trust you to pay the rent." That under Canadian law and Ontario law is fucking illegal practice. What are they going to do about it? You send in a report while you're struggling to find a house. You wait for them to call your number when you don't even have a home. You're homeless. What are they going to do for you? There should be an office that deals with that shit. Instead, there's a fucking phone number that you can call, leave a message, and hope someone gets back to you. This shit's got to stop. This is the kind of shit. This is the reasons why fucking there's a bunch of homeless people. Sure, some of them have drug problems, mental health problems, but if you give someone a home and maybe even a fucking small little trailer home that they own where they can grow vegetables and shit, they're slowly going to be like, yo, fuck crack. I'm going to smoke fucking hash and shit. And even there should be a program for drug users where they can get like an ounce of weed for free a month. You don't think that that's going to do a lot more to clean up addiction in Ottawa and fucking Canada as a whole than fucking giving people a ticket for methadone clinic? I've talked to a few people who are hardcore addicts, and they fucking said, yeah, man, if I got a ticket for an ounce or two a month, and we could achieve that how? Subsidized weed for addicts how? A national jobs program, grown cannabis. So it's pretty simple. Like the solutions are all there. And do you hear any of our beautiful big main parties talking about it? I don't think so. I don't even think that the NDP have a jobs program. As far as I know, they give lip service to upgrading our energy infrastructure and making real changes towards where we give our subsidies to instead of oil giants to fucking maybe green companies or worker co-ops. He's the only one giving lip service to that. I haven't even looked at the platform specifics, but all the other parties are just the Green Party again. They're saying nice shit, but they're not saying anything specific. Like, we need to fucking give people jobs while we do this. Because here's the thing: whether or not you believe in climate change, we need to restructure the energy grid. So if we as citizens don't take a democratic workplace approach to building building up these businesses that make the solar panels, building up these factories that give people jobs at a very good price, we're going to get the same kind of shit we have. Amazon's going to come in and be like, hey, we'll make a contract to give everybody solar panels. Boom. We just missed our fucking greatest opportunity in centuries, probably literally the 2 centuries that fucking Canada has even barely existed for, to make everybody fucking on a level playing field. And I'm not saying to make everybody rich right away, but hey, if you got $35 an hour coming in, our healthcare is already free. If you get benefits like Pharmacare from your fucking solar panel fucking guaranteed co-op job program, then you're going to be able to save up money instead of fucking just barely making ends meet. Most people in Ontario, and I think Canada as a whole, spend 30 or above % of their income on renting a fucking place. Renting, not renting to own, not on a fucking, these are not included in that. Not renting to own, not a mortgage. Giving money to somebody who's to a corporation that's already multi-billion-dollar rich, and they don't even fix up their fucking units when they're dilapidated. They have to be forced in landlord-tenant accord board to fucking fix their fucking units. It's a disgrace, and it shouldn't be going on in a first world country like Canada. We should be a fucking shining example as a capital city here in Ottawa. And instead, we're the laughing stock of the rest of the fucking nation. And fucking people in the States laugh at us too. People were laughing at me yesterday. They don't know what they're talking about. But there's certain things we can laugh at. We like to pride ourselves on being not even progressive, but just above all that fucking US bullshit. Like, I'm not saying we're superior or anything. I mean, I'm kind of inferring it. I do think Canada is superior to the United States, but I'm not saying me as a Canadian as I'm superior to the Americans genetically or any fucked up thing. I just think Canada is much better, more beautiful country, and we got shit more on the down low than the United States. Hey, hate me if you want. I'm not saying anything mean. I'm just saying I personally believe Canada is a lot better than America. I'm allowed to say that. I'd rather visit Mexico than the United States. I'm not making that up. I'd feel safer in fucking in Mexico than the United States, man. Especially with a little bit of money. I'm not saying like a little bit of money. I'm saying like if you were, someone well known. I don't know. Anyway, guess we'll go on here. It's fun just talking. I should do this much earlier. I'm gonna make this into a real morning show. Being Punjabi, I really do. I gotta make this into a morning show, or at least an afternoon show. I love just reading these fucking articles. It drives me nuts. Here's a headline. The Liberals wiped out in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Trudeau promises to do a lot more to rebuild Western support. So I'd like to actually take a look back at these voting maps, see if I fucking believe them, because I'm not trying to say Russiagate or fucking United Washington Gate. I'm just saying I think that these votes are absolute bullshit. I think it's fucking Canadians lying to Canadians about the election, not some foreign entity. If anybody, it's the United States, but that's with complicity from the governing parties. That's not like secretly or there's the fucking map. There we go. Okay, so they're saying that what is that? Baffin Island in Quebec. Here's the map I'm looking at. Okay, so they're saying that God, I'm so bad. They're saying that Ontario voted Liberal. I don't fucking believe that. I mean, maybe all the rich folk. They're saying all of Quebec voted Conservative. Or they're saying half of Quebec voted NDP, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're saying half of Quebec and them. I probably am fucking this up. And what is this big one over here? No, they're saying Quebec mostly voted for Bloc du Québécois and the Liberals. That's what they're trying to say. Okay. And then we've got the fucking Manitoba voting all conservatives. I don't believe that shit. And a little bit of NDP. And then we've got this is what I really don't believe, is they say that people up north voted for the Liberals. The Liberals have not done shit for these fucking people. Or what, is that Alberta up there? Yeah, that's Alberta right in the corner, right? It's Saskatchewan. Whatever the fucking Baffin Island, all that shit. Right up there in the top corner. Look how bad I am. Man wants to be prime minister, doesn't even know the fucking map. I would know the map if there was words on it. Okay, fuck off. I suck at geography. I could probably name the provinces though. So there you have it. I don't believe that fucking shite. I do, however, believe that BC voted for NDP. I fucking believe that wholeheartedly, man. If I would have cast my vote, it would have been NDP, 100%. 100%. I don't have total faith in them as a party. I actually like Mr. Singe. But again, like I said, I honestly do think Bernie Sanders has been co-opted over the years. I'm not saying I think he's totally fucking full of shit, but they probably say, listen, you're not going to do everything. And if you try to do everything, you're old. Look at, I think that heart attack was probably even a threat from like the CIA or some shit, with the heart attack gun. There's a thing called the death ray, and you aim it at people. Look it up, invisible infrared beams, and you can fucking slowly give EMF damage to people's organs. I'm not making that up. It's 100% true. 100%. 100%. Anyway, I just found that pretty interesting here. Let's see if I can find another article. All right. Oh, here's a good one. LRT. I guess I could read that twice. I'll read it today, and I'll also do a segment on its own about this. Oh my God. I'm going to read that one in a minute. It says a minister was stuck in LRT. That's our new subway system here. I'll be right back. I got to urinate here. Back to my old ways, Wax. Oh boy. What's going on, Facebook motherfuckers? We just missed a beautiful broadcast. We're still live here. We've had a crazy zoo tonight. We had trolls calling in, just like Tom Green show. We smoking. Why not call in next Wednesday or even this week? Have your say. A little bit of a promo.
What's going on, Facebook motherfuckers?
There we go.
It's a beautiful broadcast. We're still live. We've had a crazy shoot tonight. We had trolls calling.
No, it was fun though. Good broadcast. Thanks to everyone who did tune in.
I'm recording this all day.
Thanks to everyone who did tune in, especially shout out to Star Vision. I'm gonna see if they have a channel real quick. Don't think. Does Star Vision have a channel? Let's see. Nope. Oh well, shout out to Star Vision either way. Shout out to Being Punjabi, aka and I believe he subscribed, so he's definitely in the he's a citizen of Eden. And that's just this thing I throw out there, like, you know, the world is still like a paradise, man. The world's still like a garden. If we take care of it and nurture it a little bit, you know, all you might see is dirt around you. You look around, you're like, this world's fucking dirt. But, you know, what do you do with dirt? You fucking seeds of good ideas. Oh, man, the world's still a garden. So that's why I say, you know, all you got to do is think about it like that. We are living in a paradise, man. Is there a devil? No, there's just a bunch of fat cat bitches who think they're fucking tough. A bunch of bullies who are walking around fucking with people. They think they're tough. And, you know, we need law and order and shit, but we don't need fucking people telling you can't smoke dope. We've had that for the last 20 years. We've wanted weed legal in Canada since 1970. Yet we've had to deal with someone saying we can't do it. And now yet we haven't made it in our national economy yet. But I'm saying the level of marijuana and cannabis, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the level of money that you can get for that alone could replace the fossil fuel industry for GDP in Canada alone, without Green New Deal, without any of that. We will make more money focusing our efforts and our fucking tax-free stuff and all that shit. Well, no, not tax-free, because that would kind of fuck up the point. But we'll make a lot more money if we subsidize the cannabis industry than if we continue to subsidize petro and pipelines and all that shit. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, what's worth more, a barrel of oil or a barrel of hash oil, there's no comparison. It's over like 1,000 times more valuable than oil. Okay, hash oil is over 1,000 times more valuable than crude oil. There's no comparison. And if anybody wants to debate me on that one, you can go right the fuck ahead. This country is perfect for growing. We can grow all across the fucking prairies and shit, and everyone would have a job. We could eradicate cancer. We could eradicate childhood epilepsy, juvenile epilepsy, I believe it's called. And we could help fucking lots of people, man. And we could also put a lot of fucking greenbacks in the fucking Canadians' pockets with worker-owned co-ops, with profit sharing. You know, people working at these dispensaries don't get 15 an hour. They get fucking 20 an hour or fucking 25 an hour with fucking profit sharing. So if the business makes 10 grand, they split that up and they take fucking 10% or 20% off the top to keep the business going and to reinvest or whatever the fuck you need to do. But, you know, you share like half the profits or something. Kind of like tipping, but forced tipping by the fucking boss. You know, when your boss is making 500 times what the fucking workers are making, that's not right. Maybe like 4 times, and that's fucking crazy as it is. Imagine someone making 4 times as much as you and you're fucking kissing their feet. What the fuck? It's not right. And it's fucking taking advantage of people as if we were fucking animals. People are animals, but you shouldn't fucking treat a person like you do a fucking a horse, you know? Jeez, or a dog. I mean, you should treat a dog a little better than a horse. I mean, you should treat all animals great, but I mean, like a barn animal, you kiss a dog and stuff, you let him sleep in your bed. You wouldn't fucking let your cow sleep in your bed. I mean, maybe you would, I don't know, but you might get a hoof, or like a fart. But yeah. Oh shit, my canister's sitting out like I'm a fucking jamoke. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna grab some water. Got some editing to do. We're gonna edit out that guy from earlier. Not the whole thing, just the actual what he's saying. So I'll put like a beep over it or some fucking thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'll probably just split it, edit it out. I think it was only 3 or 4 times it happened, right? So yeah. Oh, we're at the 3-hour mark now, so I'll have some water. I'll read this last article, and that'll be it for the night. So, yes. What was the article? Stranded commissioner blasts continued lack of info in the latest LRT breakdown. She packed my bags last night, pre-flight, 0 hour 9 a.m. All right. OC Transpo once again had the unfortunate luck of stranding one of its own commissioners in the middle of a 30-minute stoppage Monday afternoon. Sarah Wright Gilbert, one of the 5 citizen commissioners on the city's 12-member transit commission, began tweeting at about 12:20 p.m. that the eastbound train was stopped in Searville Station, with passengers provided only the bare minimum of information on the cause of or the ETA for service resumption. Currently stuck on #LRT train at Searville Station, EB track, Wright Gilbert tweeted. The train started to leave the station, and then it came to an abrupt halt. The announcement from the operator after about 3 minutes was, "Please expect a delay. We'll be moving shortly." There followed a series of messages as Wright Gilbert searched for an OC Transpo ambassador at the station to provide more information, to no avail. After about 10 minutes, she tweeted, "No at OC Transpo ambassadors on the train." I ran up the bus platform and found one. He has no information. None of the staff at Searville Station, including ambassador and supervisor, were able to give me any information, she tweeted. The ambassador refused to come down to the train platform to talk to folks, even after I suggested it might be a good idea. This isn't his fault. He needs the info. The fudge? A replacement train finally arrived and began moving slowly at about 12:50. So how long is that? That's about 30 minutes. That sucks. Fuck that. That's bull. All right. 20 minutes, whatever. I'm not a mathematician here. No, 30. Ironically, there are 3 at OC Transpo bus drivers on this train that were delayed at Searville. Reading tweets, gotta love it. At least one of them is now late for his run, Wright Gilbert noted. Wright Gilbert said the incident shows OC Transpo has made little headway on the rider communication problems that have been raised by her and others. Today's lack of clear and timely communication from OC Transpo to its customers shows that there is still much work to do to ensure that customers are not only left feeling stranded during outages and delays, Wright Gilbert said. She said she intended to bring the incident to the attention of the Transit Commission and the transportation boss, John Marconi, who, by the way, is a total fucking dumbass and should probably retire. I think so. He should probably be sued too. John Marconi? Oh man, there's 15 people's blood on his hands and another 18 people who are crippled from his bullshit. The guy should be retired. He should retire. He should quit, and he should also be sued and investigated criminally for not putting seatbelts or safety things or any kind of having any structural integrity tests for these double-decker buses or any of the other buses. The guy's a fucking idiot. Quote me on that one. John Marconi is a fucking idiot. The city of Ottawa had no immediate details on the event. Wright Gilbert has been a strong critic of communications with the public on the new LRT last month. Transpo management said it will continue to work to improve our communications and ensure alerts are communicated to the customers as soon as possible. After some LRT customers complained they were stranded at Toonie Passenger Station for about up to an hour, September 26th, without a clue as to the problem. Thursday, between 3 and 4 p.m., some customers may have experienced longer commute times on Line 1, ranging from 5 to 20 minutes, depending on the location they boarded the train, said Pat Scriggermore. I'm not even going to bother. Scriggermore. No, I got it. Scrimgeour, director of the Transit Customer Systems and Planning, in a communique issued by the city. Oh my. Scriggermore said the service had planned external alerts for its website and social media regarding trains on the O train line 1. However, we recognize that in this instance, there was a delay in issuing the social media alerts. So here's the thing. What, am I expected to just be following social media to fucking get this alert? Shouldn't there be alerts on the LRT train? This article, by the way, is from the OttawaCitizen.com, published by written by Norman Provencher. He sounds like a pretty good little writer there. Shout out to him. Originally published October 21st, 2019. If you want to follow him on Twatter, what is it called? Twatter? It's called Twatter, right? If you want to follow him on Twatter, apparently he does not give a link, so it's his loss. He could have got the grand total of 1 or 2 follows. No, I don't know. Well, who knows? I guess Norman Provencher is not on Twatter. Twatter. Little loudmouth twat on Twatter. All right. Well, there we have it. A little bit of political discord. And with that, I think I'll close her out for the night. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, though. It keeps building up. So what is today? Thursday, for fuck's sakes? Yeah, I got to do another show tonight there. We got to do something meaningful here. I got to do some Twitter or something. I got to figure out what the fuck that shit is. What the fuck is this article? Here's an article I'd like to read. How long is it? Oh. How long is this fucking article? Because this is something that I love reading about. All right, this is by the Globe and Mail. I'll read this before I log off. China is more and more free, some mainline Chinese say, as they call Hong Kong demonstrators brainwashed by Nathan Vanderkleep, correspondent, published October 18th, 2019. Asia. What the fuck? Leo Chang's photograph, which he calls Crystals of Democracy, show his hand holding shards of glass with a crumpled Coke can in the background. Both democracy and Coca-Cola come from the Western world, and now they were all broken like this. Very, very beautiful there, buddy. All right, very artistic. I hope you got some. That's Liao Chang handout. I hope you got some follows for that on the Twitter. In the midst of a street crowded with young protesters denouncing Chinese authoritarianism, Liu Chang walked with a full-size Nikon camera around his neck, scanning the scene for images that might tell a different story. Of course I don't support them, he said of the protesters, who have used violence to push a list of demands, including greater democratic freedoms. I just want to use my camera as a weapon. He scrolled through his phone to show what he meant. In one image, he is holding shards of glass with a crumpled Coke can in the background. Mr. Chang calls it crystals of democracy. Both democracy and Coca-Cola come from the Western world, and now they are broken like this, he said. In another photo, he had tossed a yellow paper with the text Hong Kong suffrage into a metal pot filled with bricks that protesters have thrown at police and businesses. They fought for what is being friendly to China. This is what they want Hong Kong suffrage to be, which means they use violence, he said. As he walked the streets, Mr. Chang, 25, looked a little different from the crowd chanting "Fight for Freedom," save that he was not dressed in black. But unlike most of the people, whoa, was that racism I just heard? That sounded very racist. As he walked the streets, Mr. Chang, 25, looked a little different from the crowd chanting "Fight for Freedom." He just said he's against these protests. I find that weird considering it's about Asians, but that could just be my skeptical mind as a wannabe comedian. Save that he was not dressed in black, but unlike most of the people gathered for one of the protests that had brought tumbling to the Asian financial capital for 19 weeks now, he had arrived by high-speed train from the nearby Chinese city of Guangzhou. Oh, that's a bad one. Where he's a PhD and finance student in his home country. Of course he's going to be biased. He's one of the man. He's a fucking communist. And his perspective suggests that Beijing has little to fear from the Hong Kong protests. Instead, the lengthy outbreak of violence has served to underscore the skill of Chinese leadership in addressing the shifting demands of digitally connected generation, while buttressing the Communist Party's long-held argument that it alone can hold a firm ground beneath the feet of the Chinese nation, even if it means employing some increasingly severe methods of social control. Among young mainland Chinese exposed to the protest, the violence that has erupted only served to validate the dogma. Jesus. That dogma. Says a communist fucking mouthpiece for the fucking regime. Anyway, at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, a student-run survey addressed viewers among 268 mainland young people in the city. Those surveyed chose rule of law as their most important value, followed by stability and prosperity. Democracy was dead, freedom was second last. Democracy was dead last, freedom was second last. So you're telling me that 268 citizens of a bloodthirsty communist regime that will kill anybody who shows the slightest sign of dissatisfaction with the way the government governs. You're telling me that 268 of them said that their most important value was, followed by stability, number one was, and prosperity was, democracy was dead last, and freedom was second last. So that's how they read it out, but that's weird how they space it out. So freedom was second last, and democracy was dead last. That's what they say. So they say democracy last, freedom, then stability, and then prosperity, and then stability. So that sounds to me like what a communist dictator would say. First and most important is stability, and then it's prosperity, and then freedom, and then democracy, because democracy doesn't matter. These fucking people, man. Support for the protesters varied considerably, with those who have spent most of the time in the city showing their most sympathy, according to the survey, which found a subtlety of views. Only 12%, for example, opposed an independent investigation into police conduct, one of the key demands of the protesters, and fewer than 20% exposed withdrawal of proposed extradition bill. That was what initially sparked the protest movement. But as a group, they showed a clear difference in priorities from those in the protest lines. It's quite typical Chinese thinking, said Daisy, the student who organized the survey. The Globe and Mail is identifying her by her English first name alone because she supports the protests and fears reprisal over her views. In general, people in China have different understanding of freedom. They think freedom is an expression. A freedom of expression should be restrained to help the government maintain social stability. Well, that doesn't sound like fucking propaganda at all. Just that sentence is like, what? What did you say, you fucking Nazi? Like, just anyway. Freedom of expression should be restrained to help the government maintain social stability, she said. For youth, the message in their childhood homes and patriotic instruction at school is what private expression of views is acceptable. You cannot challenge the system, she said. For Hong Kong's own youth, protests have been sustained by fear of losing freedoms to an encroaching authoritarian state. Some see as so tyrannical they call it China Nazi. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. China Nazi. I've compared the communist regime of China to Nazis multiple times. In fact, I think that the communist China regime, I'm not a Nazi supporter by any means of the fucking word. Now, I'm not a fucking Nazi supporter, but I'll tell you this. The fact that there's been 20 years of basically a Holocaust going on, unfettered and even encouraged by Canada, United States, everybody who wants cheap fucking sneakers or cheap fucking iPods. How could you say that there's probably not more than 6 million Chinese people dead? There's way more than that. The Falun Gong protesters, look up Falun Gong. I mean, seriously, man. The fact that this shit has been going on is the most disgusting thing in human history that I've ever thought of. I can't imagine what these people have to go through. And the fact that we sit there and we do business with them. People here in Canada are saying, "Oh, we can't make China mad. Our farmers won't have anywhere to sell their beans." I'm sorry, what? I don't think white privilege is an appropriate term in most situations, but anybody saying that is like, man, you gotta get your shit straight, man. That's like, just replace that with, we can't upset Nazi Germany. We gotta sell our beans. What? What did you say? Fucking, there's nothing more pathetic than, we've got to sell our beans. We've got to sell our beans. We should sanction China and stop all trade with these fucking idiots. All of it. All of it. They're fucking death nation. Not the Chinese people. Let's be clear. Not the Chinese people. The Chinese Communist Party needs to be stopped. The murderers. They don't only kill you, they sell your body parts after you're dead. So there's incentive to kill you because they can sell your body for fucking like $500,000 USD, baby. Probably near $1 million from Canadian dollars. Jeez, for a fucking dead body and all the organs. Okay, so after that outburst, Mr. Chang could hardly be more indifferent. He has no problem with the idea of peaceful protest, although he fiercely opposes violent tactics. But he said of the protesters, "I feel sad for them. I think they might be brainwashed," says the fucking commie, because the enemy they are fighting against doesn't even exist. He said, "China is more and more open and more free. They must have some misunderstanding of us." I've got comments on this. It's true that mainland youth don't have the freedom to use foreign websites like Google and Twitter. Woo-hoo, he said, although he uses circumvention tools to post photos to Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so he just admitted that he should be fucking tried by the state for treason. Look what he just said. Fuck him. He wants to fucking stand up for China? Look what he just said. Oh, I use circumnavigation tools to use what I'm not allowed to fucking use. Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. You're allowed to do it, eh? But if anyone else does it, this fucking guy says these protesters are brainwashed. But we have the freedom to go out at night alone and don't have to worry about being robbed. So it depends on how you define freedom. Listen, I don't go out at night worrying about I'm going to be robbed, and I certainly don't worry about the police scooping me up and murdering me because I'm smoking a fucking joint or because I'm fucking, you could be doing some fucked up shit here in this country. We don't kill anybody in this country, and I don't fuck particularly. I think some people should fucking get the death penalty, but and it's the same for me. It's the same argument as if you don't fucking punish somebody for doing something, they're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. When you fucking betray this country, and when you betray this country on a scale that's unfucking deniable, like certain things that might include China, like giving information to China, which, and I'm not saying I'm not advocating violence. I'm saying court proceeded shit. So don't fucking get on me for that. But I'm saying Justin Trudeau went against the RCMP and the military and gave China access to our fucking information satellites that had a lot of sensitive US information and a lot of sensitive Canadian information, and probably our allies in the other Western allies. We have Greenland. Greenland is like, they're a little bit smaller, I think, than us, but they're fucking just as crazy. So you know what I mean? Like they're very strong allies. We shouldn't be fucking with them. And it's disgusting what's going on, man. Blackface got 10 times the attention that Chinese satellite information giveaway got. That was a clear-cut act of fucking treason, man. The Chinese communists, not to Americans. I mean, I don't like the American government more than anybody, but I would much, and I'm saying this like with disgusting taste in my mouth, I'd much rather be under the foot of an American authoritarian regime than a fucking Chinese communist one. Jesus fucking Christ. You can't even complain there, or they will scoop you up and cut you into pieces and sell you. You think I'm fucking kidding? Do some research, man. I don't advocate violence, but I don't blame these protesters for going crazy, man. If they told me anything was going to change in Hong Kong should be its own country. It shouldn't be Hong Kong, China. It should be Hong Kong, fully democratic, fully fucking, as disgusting as it is, capitalist. They should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. And I don't think I've heard some shit about billionaires, and that's the real reason. Is it the billionaires, or is the fucking Chinese communist giant fucking party that's right next door? Fucking shout out to Lee Camp for finally selling out and making me sad I was ever a fan of his. If you ever want to talk about it, buddy, I'm all ears. But anybody standing up for China against Hong Kong is a fucking sellout. That, or they're just a fucking shit weasel. And they were always a fuck. But I don't think Lee Camp's always been a fuck. I think he's probably saying that to keep his job. If he truly believes that, whatever. I feel sad for him, but if he's saying that to keep his job, man, that's just fucking sad. Okay, so after that outburst, the violence in Hong this article. The violence in Hong Kong has only served to emphasize that feeling, particularly as it has increased in explosiveness in the recent days. Hong Kong police said someone had remotely detonated a homemade bomb. Well, that's not good. In what Superintendent Saratuno Chin Chu of the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Bureau called in his act, with only one motive, which was to kill and maim officers in the field. See, I don't agree with that shit. A protest, but I think that was done probably by the Communist Party as a false flag. A protester also attacked an officer in the neck with a knife. President Xi Jinping on Monday vowed that anyone who attempts to split any region from China will be crushed and shattered, body and bones. See, there you go. All that shit that I said before is now validated. Anyone who attempts to split any region from China will be crushed and shattered body with bones. Crushed with shattered body and bones. See? Like, this guy's a fucking a goon worse than Hitler. He's nothing more than a big-time criminal who will fucking cut down anybody who disagrees with him. And we're letting him fucking run rampant, do whatever the fuck he wants, while we have our fucking cocks between our cheeks and fucking say, okay, you gonna buy our beans? Will you still buy our beans? We've got hungry farmers who want to eat other than beans. Fuck your farmers. And I'll say it again. End all trade with China now. We could fucking give business to America. We've got United Kingdom. We've got fucking all of Europe. We've got fucking Russia, which probably won't take most of our beans because they're GMO. We've got other people to fucking deal with. And I know Russia has its problems. But if you try to compare Russia and China, there's no comparison. I would always take Russia over China. Like, what the fuck, man? And Russia has its issues. I'm not saying it's perfect. They don't even allow GMO food in their country. And you're telling me that, anyway. I think that's great they don't allow GMO. Anyway. All right, so the protests in Hong Kong have frequently been dubbed one of the greatest challenges Mr. Z has faced. I won't call him Mr. Z. I'll call him fucking pathetic weasel Leech has faced as ruler of China. But violent scenes in that city may instead help to secure the supremacy he and the party enjoy. Like I said, they've almost always made the argument that democracy equals chaos, said David Zweig, a Canadian social scientist in Hong Kong who has studied China's transitional relations and issues relating to its overseas students. The protesters are feeding perfectly into this vision. Chinese state media, too, have ignored peaceful protests and amplified scenes of conflict, feeding the people the idea that there's nothing going on here except chaos and violence, said Mr. Zwig, who is now director of Transitional uh, China Consulting Limited. So he sounds like he's got a head on his shoulders there. At the same time, the dim view among mainland youth in Hong Kong protests and the values they represent also points to success of the Chinese Communist Party, which has ruled China for 70 years but has still secured broad support among new generations radically different from those in 1950. Yes, or from 1949. See, if you butcher people for 70 years and you scare them and you fucking tell them, believe this or we'll kill your family. Yeah, they're gonna fucking do whatever the fuck you say, like obedient dogs. That's what's gonna fucking happen. You fucking kill 7 fucking dogs. If there's 10 dogs and you kill 7 dogs, and you let them fucking make more puppies, then when they grow up, those dogs are still gonna be fucking afraid of you. They're gonna do whatever you say. That's not how you make fucking people obedient. You make people obedient by feeding them, giving them a home. You know, it's just too bad that there's something like China that exists because, I'm for fucking socialism, but communism has proved it can never work because look at China. Look at that shit. It's not just a little bit bad. It's a fucking bloody goddamn nightmare. I mean, I've heard horror stories about USSR. As bad as the USSR was, I'm not trying to take away from that at all. But as bad as the USSR was, I would rather take USSR, well, in like the 70s and like the later part of it, like the late 80s maybe, over fucking China any day of the week. Jesus fucking Christ, people. That's fucked up. And I'm not a total advocate of Russia at all. Jesus fucking Christ, people. There's no comparison. These people are fucked. Murderers. Murderers. Russian, I'm sure that the KGB would give you a chance to change your attitude, maybe, or maybe not, but Jesus fuck. It's disgusting. People in the West might think of the party as dictatorship, said Du Zi, a friend of Mr. Chang's who traveled together. Who's Mr. Chang? Mr. Chang, who traveled together with him to take pictures in Hong Kong. But the average person in China could only afford to buy a sack of rice 7 decades ago, can now afford 60. Oh, so they can afford 60 sacks of rice. Oh, very few countries around the world can achieve something like that, he said. No matter how the Western world describes China or what the Communist Party looks like, it's a fact that the party is leading its people to a better life, he says. As for Mr. Chang, no, it's not. As for Mr. Chang, he knows a person of his age and skill has options. He could study and live in China, Hong Kong, or if he chose, somewhere in the West. But I still think mainland China, you see, people of his skill set, see, he's allowed to leave and go to the West. But I think still that mainland China, see, if China wants to do all this shit and just and if everybody's allowed to just get on a boat, come to Canada, or wherever the fuck's a nice place that's going to take them, okay? Do whatever the fuck you crazy motherfuckers want. But you're keeping people basically in cages. You want to fucking give us all your Uyghur people. Give us them all. Give us them all. Bring them here. We'll fucking give them some shit. You know what I mean? But no, what are you doing with them? You're fucking them over. You're sending them to fucking camps and shit. We all know where that goes. Like I said, modern day fucking Holocaust going on, and nobody says shit. In fact, we're complicit. It's disgusting. And for what? For selling our beans. For getting cheap fucking products made. Now we're in the age of the 3D printer. We don't need China anymore. We don't need anybody's cheap labor. Fuck, it's disgusting, man. People say you shouldn't be a protectionist. Well, what's wrong? Like I'm open from getting some products from other places, but why should we have to make a huge outport? Like we should be, if anything, we should be giving food to like Africa or somebody who's starving, or like fucking people in India or wherever the fuck they might be hungry. Or even here, but instead we just fucking do sugar crops for fucking China and fucking US and chocolate bars. It's ridiculous. Fucking craziness, man. If people only knew what capitalism really was. Anyway. But hey, I'd fucking rather take this shit than fucking be a goddamn commie. Fuck that. Better dead than red, I always say. But I still think mainland China is the best choice, he said. He cited China's continued prospects for economic growth and the degree to which its leadership has improved life in other ways. In part by clearing the way for technological flourishing. Most days he walks the campus on shop to buy groceries, authorizing payments with nothing more than his face. Oh, that sounds comforting. What the fuck? Such systems have raised pointed concerns about privacy and the increasing reach of China's industrial government complex. But other places in the world are not as convenient as we are, Mr. Chang said. Staking his future on China is a rational choice. What the fuck? See, and there you have it. So that was actually a good article from the Globe and Mail. See, like, I think it's really important for people to realize I'm not trying to be right wing on this shit. I know that's what all the right wing people want you to think is that China is bad, but they are bad. They're the worst motherfuckers in the entire fucking world. There's not one shithole of a country that compares to the level of fucking death, doom, and fucking evilness that happens in China on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Can you tell me another country in the entire world that has something called cancer cities, where children born have cancer, where everyone in the town has cancer because their fucking industry pumps fucking garbage into their water and it gives them cancer, and there's cancer villages? The US has very bad water and a lot of people have been poisoned, but it's not even fucking compared to the shit that goes on in China. And I'm telling you, America is not a first world country. It's not. All of the states in America are not a first world country. When you can't turn on the water and get fucking clean water, and not just in the African American communities, where that's where a lot of it is, but not just there, everywhere that's poor. The infrastructure hasn't been repaired since the 50s. And people try to tell me that Canada is not as fucking good as the States. We have our issues. People in the fucking reserves can't get water and shit. There's a suicide depression issue, and I'm not too surprised, because when you give people nothing and they don't even have water or food or no jobs or nothing, no fucking internet, no fucking money, no weed. If I was a millionaire, I could sit on my ass, play video games for the rest of my life, be happy, just fucking smoke dope and do nothing all day if I had the money. I'm sure anybody would, and it's coming. That's where we're going as a society. Automation is going to take over for us. But, again, that's not really what I want to do. But if I had $1 million, I'm going to sit on my ass. So, but anyway, that about does it for the show there. We've been going for 3 hours, 36 minutes. I want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Hopefully, we can have a fucking call-in show next time without people calling in saying stupid racist shit. Now I have to go back and edit that. I'm very hungry now. I need to eat some fucking dinner. I think I'll have a bun with butter. That's probably what I'll have. So I'll go ahead and end off with one more thing. Again, I want to invite. Oh, here we go. Invite you guys to call in every Wednesday. We're going to do this. We're going to start doing it at 8 p.m. That's my promise. I can't be doing this at 11 and staying up till 3 in the morning. But oh, we are live now. Well, just made me click on a pixel ad. No, I don't want the fucking. Oh, Canada. There you go, baby. But yeah, again, didn't make a daily rap battle today. Probably do one tomorrow for Thursday, and we'll get back to that very soon. The daily rant has been postponed for a while. We'll probably get back to that soon. I'll probably finish it off here before bed, real quick, while I watch a podcast or some shit. And yeah, other than that, it's been fun. The trolls earlier, it's just too bad that you had to say all that fucking weird white supremacist shit, because now I've got some work to do taking that out, and now, well, anyway, you just wasted everyone's time, man, because no one's gonna get to see that. Who was watching and saw that? Nobody, So your little message didn't get out, but it was very funny. And if you want to troll me in the future, just avoid saying racist shit. That would be very nice. If you want to call me a loser, that's fine, man. I'll try to fucking defend myself. But hey, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Shout out to the Church of What's Happening Now. Check it out. The best podcast there is. Tinfoil Hat Podcast. Shout out to them. Check out the new episode of Joe Rogan Experience that features Edward Snowden. In my opinion, he's a hero, and he should be on the American dollar bill. He's a great, great man, and he's basically given up his freedom so that we could know that people are trying to watch us masturbate, and all of our communications are fucking being monitored all the time, no matter what country you're in. And that kind of shit leads to the shit that's going on in China right now. It's a very slippery slope. But once you slip down that slope, there's no coming back. Not without, what is China gonna have to do to fucking get freedom? They're gonna have a massive, bloody war, and it's terrible to think of. But I don't see us coming to help them. People don't fucking agree with foreign intervention if you do it against them. Oh, they're gonna blow us up. So, in my opinion, we should fuck go in there and save those people. What are we? Who are we? What did we do when the Nazis were fucking doing shit? Will we have just backed down if the fucking Nazis have gotten that big? Or will we keep fighting them? I don't know. But personally, I think we probably lost World War II. Project Paperclip, baby. But yeah, I'm not saying that the veterans wasted their lives or anything, but they were definitely tricked into wasting their lives, that's for sure. So anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, everybody who has something to say, you can say it. Just please don't be fucking retarded. That's all I ask. Have some fucking spine. You know, don't call up to fucking say genocide and shit. Because the only person you're fucking cheating is yourself, man. The only person you're cheating is yourself. I'll probably just send the guy's telephone number and an email. That way I don't have to talk to no cops. But I'll just send it and say, listen, I don't know if you guys want to pursue this, but we do have limits on free speech here in Canada. And I thought the boys might want to check this shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you go visit them, let them know this kind of shit's not acceptable. And if we've got to come back, then it's not going to be free. You understand? You understand me? You understand me? Anyway, some mafia shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Today we had a lot of fun and shit. I got to take out some cuts, but I think we did a good job. We heard from a few knobs and goofs, but I'm still rapping down here in the booth. I'll take out your teeth or your tongue if you wanna fuck with me. The shit's just begun. I haven't sung the song I aim to sing, but I'm fucking with motherfuckers, and I always bring a hot set of tricks to the fucking table. I'll do whatever the fuck I'm willing to and fucking able. Standing up against deceit and destruction. Baby, I'm a patriot. That's my function. And if you think you can mess with me, I'll push you down in the dirt. Show you what a big red cock is worth when it's sticking into your mouth. Open wide, bitch. It's good for your health to swallow my semen and give you a reason to wake up in the morning. Shit, this shit ain't even fucking boring. It's incredible. I say it's an edible that you might as well pop, because if you do fuck with me, you get dropped. You're trying to debate any fucking issue. If you do, you better bring a tissue. Bless you, because you're going to need it when you're sitting in the motherfucking crypt taking a whiff of a motherfucking anus. It's heinous how you try to compete with me. And if you want to rap against me, call in and you'll see. I'll take you down any motherfucking time you want a rap battle. Make everyone say that your brain is crack-addled with the stupid thing you try to fucking spark in your head. Shit, rapping with me, you'd be better off dead. Filling your own brain with lead instead. I don't know why you try to fuck with me, but I get high. Thanks for tuning in, people. That's a little bit of a impromptu freestyle. I know it was shitty, but hey, fuck racist people. You know, they just need a little bit more love, and maybe they can open their minds to see that you know, the only thing that really makes you fucking less than someone else is some fucked up ideas that you truly believe in. If you truly believe in some fucked up ideas in your head, that makes you less of a person, man. You can think different things than me. You could think the world is flat. That's fucking cool, homeboy. You can think all kinds of shit, but the minute you start fucking thinking some fucked up shit, can't talk to you no more. And it's sad. So thanks for everybody who tuned in. We did have our first caller. It was a prank caller, and I hope we'll have our first serious caller, so we can send you a beautiful free T-shirt. And being Punjabi, if you actually do still want that T-shirt, let me know. You could fucking DM me or whatever it's called. You can email me your address, and we'll try to get it to you. I don't know if you want it, but yeah, fucking right, dude. Thanks for watching. And yeah, man, everybody who tuned in definitely helped out a lot. Even the fucking trolls. I gotta edit that shit out, but hey, you know, everybody deserves to be educated. You know, I'm not saying you should fucking hurt those people, or they don't deserve to be hurt, or nothing like that. And that's not what I meant when I was talking about execution. Those people have a mental health issue. Anybody who's racist has a mental health issue. They just need to be reconditioned in a fucking government facility with lots of high voltage electricity placed around their temples. No, I'm just kidding. That shit fucks you up. But hey, Thanks for tuning in, motherfuckers. No matter what you think or believe, as long as you believe that there's a better road ahead, you are my comrade. As long as you believe we can do better things as a nation, as a world, and come together against evil, you are my comrade. If you believe in freedom and the future of the human race, you are my fucking comrade. We are the people of Earth. United we stand. Together we will not fall, and we will fucking rise up and crush all tyranny. So thank you very much for tuning in. Fuck racism, fuck hatred, fuck division, and anybody tells you that you shouldn't be proud to be fucking Canadian, Punjabi, whatever the fuck you are, you know what you tell them? You say, come on, bud, I'll fucking take your teeth out and then take you to lunch, buddy. So fuck you, lick my pink cock. Thank you for watching. This is not a children's show. Highly inappropriate, but hey, you all gonna make a mark. Thanks for watching. Be a fucking proud patriot. Stand up for what you believe in. And don't let anybody ever fucking spit on what your fucking ideals are in your head. You'd be better off dead than red. Listen to what the fuck I said. Peace, baby. Make sure you subscribe. You are all fucking citizens of Eden. And we can all stand up and make this world a paradise again. People say that there's no God because evil shit happens. Well, hey, evil shit happens because you and me is relaxing. Know what I'm saying? All it takes for evil to fucking exist is for a few good people to sit, watch, and do nothing. Peace, motherfuckers.